Now moving to an M4A4.
So they haven't opted to upgrade that UMP or FAMAS, but against a pretty much full buy from Sin Gaming. Just going to fill it out. This is the first rifle round, of course, going 3 rounds in. Onto the 4th now. Sin got to take this one away, otherwise they'll be liable for going down 5-zip with an eco on the next.
And I think if they get caught in that 5-zip position, it'll be dire straits for them. Although it's already not looking good here at 3-0. Good nade coming out here. Does get some damage down on LaCour. Afnu not taking any damage as he gets these peaks. LaCour now pushing him in checkers, waiting to push the edge of the smoke. And that is a great Molotov to cover here. LaCour going to be getting the kill after Afnu is pushed out. APOC playing from Vance will trade it straight back. And Andy now watching for his frag. Count off Cam will pick up APOC. Playing from mid. He's being careful of infrequent. And Kozusi playing mid there as well. And it's now going to be the Sin Gaming entry onto the site. 4 men up. Nobody on site to challenge them, but they are checking corners here, being cautious as they should be. Void on site is going to be planting to avoid any shots from up in heaven. And the bomb down. Tainted Minds need to launch a retake.
So 3 versus 3. Definitely possible here. Light on utility for Sin Gaming, but they take down Bubsy. And, whoa, there goes Infrequent as well. Zusi's the only one that remains. It might be save time for him or looking for some exits.
He'll pick up the AWP, and Zusi going to be moving away, but great push coming through from Blitz here towards Tree Room, and that will pick up Sin Gaming's first round, ladies and gentlemen. Scoreline 3-1, still in favour of Tainted Minds.
Sin at least managed to pick that one up. The money on Tainted Minds is good, though, and they did manage to save that AWP. So we'll purchase up Bubsy, another MP9, and no AWP coming through. Sin Gaming, they're going to go with pretty much the same buy. See if they can, once again, get it down. They've been liking the B site. They haven't pushed towards A yet. They are moving that way. Making a lot of noise, but not really taking any ground yet. No damage done to anybody.
And it's time for the push up into boost here. APOC waiting for LaCour. And Karth is going to be pushing up as well. APOC pushes here, gets 1, looks for 2, gets a lot of damage down. LaCour left on 9 HP, but it's going to be the headshot from LaCour with the AK that comes through with the armor penetration and damage to finish APOC off. Leaving us with a 4v4, but advantageous situation for Tainted. LaCour, a skerrick of health remaining.
Yeah, lots of damage done by APOC as he wanted to peek over the boost there. I don't think he expected 3 to be there, but that's the way it went. And now they do move towards the A site. They've still got utility, so they can execute, but they've been spotted out. So they're just going to run out onto the site. Bubsy takes down the core, but they have done very well. It's a 2 versus 1, and they have the site. They can get this bomb down.
Certainly can. Void going to be planting here. Afnu pushing up from Highway, and he's going to be clearing out. Void playing back and gets the frag with a crisp headshot. Sin Gaming win their second, and we'll move into round number 6. Sin looking to tie things up with Tainted back on the pistols.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to purchase this round. So now Sin can, with a very good opportunity to tie up the score at 3 apiece. Still have to beat out the pistols. But good signs for them. They've been taking the B site and the A site now. Like last night, I can't remember which team we saw. They just kept going B because they
Dark-sided on Cobblestone couldn't quite get B over Chiefs.
Even on Cache, just wouldn't go to the A site. So at least Sin Gaming have the ability to run onto both, and without an execute, they still got two frags as they moved on, and that did enough for them. But making a lot of noise and fired down towards the B site. One picked up a mid. Karth gets infrequent. Now it's a good start for Sin Gaming. They are only against the pistols, so range is of an advantage, especially. Well, Bubsy's got a deagle, but
we see here APOC playing the close angle, gets flashed, and as he gets close to push, Blitz picks up 1, looking for a second here. Afnu will respond and take out Blitz on the push. LaCour finds Zusi playing Heaven, does take 30 damage, and it's Afnu on Bubsy. Chutch playing the headshot position here on B, waiting for Sin Gaming to push on them, Bubsy now going to move out with the Deagle. He's looking for that one Deagle headshot. LaCour, not quite sure where to push yet. We see, there we go. LaCour pushes out and picks up Bubsy. And he will fall down to Void at the end of that round. Sin Gaming do tie things up. And it's looking for a competitive map here between these two teams.
It certainly is, and Tainted Minds there, they are going to push into it. Just without the head armor. They're against AKs and an AWP, so it doesn't really matter too much. They've managed to purchase a reasonable amount of utility. So they should be able to hold off whatever Sin can throw at them. But another full gun round, the second, well, we'll call it the third full gun round for the match. Sin Gaming taking away 2 of them. Sin Gaming trying to get their first lead of the match. 3 push towards A from the CTs. One of those at the bottom of the highway. He's got LaCour's head in his crosshair, but doesn't want to fire.
Not through a concrete wall.
No, well, we had it through the door, but...
Boost your CSGO skins on holyboost.com.
We're waiting here for the Sin Gaming execute onto the A site. They're going to put utility out here. Church moving back on Fork. Will spray and pray. Andy puts down Zusi and LaCour. We'll get Church infrequent. We'll trade it straight back, picking up the 2 entry fraggers. Looking good here for Tainted for a retake. Infrequent now pushing Fork. South is right behind him though and will get the frag. Sprays now for APOC playing towards Truck. APOC moving out here. He's going to retreat back and it will be the save coming out of Tainted Minds. Sin Gaming taking the lead.
It did a lot of damage and Kauth just sitting there patiently behind Forklift.
That was some patience as well.
Yeah, spotted him, shoots him in the back. And Sin Gaming now, they are going to take the lead after dropping those first 3. As I said, they are capable of beating some of these CGPL sides. They have taken down Avant a couple weeks ago, so Tainted Minds might be next on their pick list here to get on the board, as they are 0-2. Tainted Minds are 2-0. Tainted Minds would have been looking like going against Sin Gaming and Dark-Sided in the first 2 weeks. They'd be looking to... Well, they're not going to be happy unless they go away with a 4-0.
That's right. I get what you're saying. Tainted think they've got this. And if Sin can stick it to them and prove their place here, they fought for their invite. They got their invite to CGPL. And now let's see them hold it with some good results on the board.
It's arguable that Sin and Dark-Sided are the weaker in the competition.
Oh, absolutely.
So you want to come away with your 4-0s against them, even if you... Because every map, of course, counts. You've got 14 maps over the season.
That's right.
So Sin are going to be looking to... I reckon if they can come like 6th or better, that'll be
I think that'll be testament to some good work.
Yep.
Basically looking at the teams that are in this competition this season compared to other seasons, as well as, you know, looking at just these 8 for now. When they're considering Sin and Dark-Sided, they're really thinking, right, there's 10 games we should be fighting for here, and really, these 4 maps should be easy enough. But as we've seen, Sin with the lead, it's not that easy. Offnu finds the opening 2 for round number 8. And Infrequent going to be helping from up top, gets an assist. Offnu picks up a total of 4 kills in that round, with Zusi getting the final on Blitz. And we will see the Tainted Mind side tied up yet again for a piece, with 3 stolen AKs from the last round.
And not one player going down from Tainted Minds, so that is
strong.
That is very strong. They can start to build their economy, whereas Sin are gonna force. Here we go, AKs and a UMP.
Limited utility coming through as well. Andy and Kauth
it's not too bad. It's just Andy and Kauth that are low. So
that's right. Andy only has a smoke, no flashes, no incendiary, no Molotov, no frag grenade.
I do like the force. Like, every round counts for them, where Tainted Minds will assume they can string a couple together.
Yes.
Sin have to, they can't give anything away. They have to try and take everything. If they do have to go into a force next round, well, so be it. But they've got to go after it. They've got to go after the win. Can't give anything to Tainted Minds.
I think it's that aggressive playstyle of their economy that's going to do them well. APOC playing up here, and Andy will put him away with the UMP. He'll push up and should pick up that M4 if he plays his cards right. Sin pushing around here into checkers. LaCour checking vent. No one pushing him there, as mid is pretty clear except for Zusi playing at Zed. Often picks up Kauth, and LaCour will trade it straight back. Great incendiary here. Going to get a lot of damage down. LaCour pushes out and grabs Infrequent to get his second for the round. And it's Zusi playing from tree here. That'll look for some spray on the cross. Andy, very low on 11 HP, will get the plant. And we're left with Zusi and Church going to be retreating back to the A site. Sin will pick up a 5th round win. Will take the lead yet again. But Tainted Minds will have the save. 2 AKs heading into round number 10.
And that round basically being won off the start. Andy peeking out, I can't remember who he peeked out, but took away, it was either Offner or APOC.
Pretty sure it was APOC.
And won that duel with the UMP against an M4.
Yeah, it was really good opener. I mean, he did take a lot of damage, as we can see, 11 HP remaining, but well worth it at the start.
Yeah, and then they could just trade out, got an extra one, and yeah, you're 4 versus 2 with the bomb down.
And you look at the pick as well that they managed to get. They took down Infrequent and picked up his AWP, so Andy's sitting with that right now.
Yep. That's
some pretty severe damage done to the Tainted Minds economy by, you know, yes, they did save a couple of AKs moving forward, but it's not an AWP. Offnu will purchase the AWP and spend a considerable amount of his cash, but it looks pretty good. As far as buys go, we've still got Bubsy on over 4k, Zusi on over 3, so they're looking okay. The rest of the team a little low, but they do have quite a lot of utility, so this is basically just another round coming through for Tainted and Sin, and doing very well considered that Tainted is on the CT side. Things are expensive, despite dropping round in, round out. 4-5 scoreline, and the first frag going over to Kauth, picking up Church.
Yeah, looking good. Sin Gaming pick up another first frag for nothing. They haven't taken any damage at all. They will move over to the A site. They're rotating between sites well for where they want to execute. But Zusi is hiding behind here. Gonna get LaCour in the back. Void flashed out, can't do a thing. And he answers back. It's a 2 versus 3 now. Whoa!
Andy
Sin
goes
Gaming.
big. Blitz picking up Infrequent. APOC will get the only trade back, and Blitz will finish it off in mid. The 2-man team remaining in Blitz and Andy. Bomb gets planted, and Sin now take a 2-round lead. Looking good for them, heading into round number 11. As Tainted Minds are forced back, they will pistol buy here, and perhaps get a couple of pistols bought for teammates. No, just going to have P250 and the CZ on Bubsy. Bubsy will pick up, well, Church will pick up armor and a kit. So he's got a kit ready for Tainted Minds this round. Not to discount how well pistol rounds can go for these teams, either, Tibor.
We got a MAC-10 onto LaCour, who is pushed up main the most. So looking at entry with that, there's only one. Are they all pushed up? The boost?
4 of them on boost, and we do see Bubsy pushing back a little bit. Kauth pushing out from the smoke, gets 1. Void finding Infrequent. Zusi in the fray, managing to pick up Kauth for a trade. And for his troubles, gets an AK. LaCour playing on site here with the MAC-10, picks up 1. Blitz getting off new, and it's left to Zusi with the AK, who finds 1. Now looking for LaCour, gets some damage down, looking to bang him through the box. Smoke out here, the spray coming through. Zusi pushes around and will get the spray and smoke for LaCour. Zusi on a 3k. Can he get the ace for the clutch? And it looks like he's going to play it.
Yeah, he's got to play this. It's a 1 versus 2. He knows they're not at the A site, so move around to the B. See if he can get some magic, win the first duel, and hopefully he isn't traded out immediately for his sake.
You see Blitz watching the smoke towards Trim. He's going to flash out here, assuming that maybe someone's going to be pushing. And Andy pushing back to save. Zusi must have seen that flash come out here, but has not turned to watch sight quick enough as he's too concerned with main. And Blitz will pick up the frag for the 7th round win for Sin Gaming, now leading 7-4.
If Blitz went down there and lost that duel, Andy was waiting in flash room with a Molotov ready for that bomb.
And we saw that last night on Cache as well.
So I really like that strategy where just send that one up. Like, keep the one there on the bomb, obviously.
One on site.
Because you wait to hear for it. The bomb had been ticking away for quite some time. So get that incendiary down. Because it was planted for that, it was planted out in the front.
Sure was. Infrequent picking up the first frag here. It's traded straight back by LaCour. And the good smoke on highway to cover Church, force him to barrels. We'll now hear the vent pop, and it's going to be a waterfall of Sin Gaming as they look to push through. Church picking up Void here. APOC with please NA aim will not be able to find the frag, and Kauth turns for the kill. It's Bubsy coming through vents. May pick up the AK. He does have the M4. He's going to keep his M4 and stay true to his CT roots. Lacour picks up Offnu. And the flash coming through. Double flash now. Zeusy, the one being flashed out. Church pushing through into checkers here. He's having a watch. Andy gets taken down by Church with a long one. Zeusy picking up Kauth, but it's Lacour onto Bubsy. And the 1v1 comes out. Lacour and Zeusy.
Lacour is waiting back. Zeusy's going to have to peek him. Does so and gets taken down with the headshot. Sin Gaming. I think we might have to check their Steam profiles because they are a completely different team to last week.
Oh, yeah, a completely different team to the last few rounds. Like, looking at the last 3 that they've been able to string together, this is a great run for them. Let's compare that to the first 4 rounds of this half, where it was quite neck and neck. Not sure what's going on for Tainted here. Need to see it step up a little bit. That round got very close. We got down to the 1v1, but we just couldn't quite get it done. Tainted have been relinquishing hold of sites, and it's being left to the retake.
And now Scout pistol by 2 Deagles. It's not looking good for Tainted Minds. They haven't got a pick yet or a trade. As Andy takes down Offnu with that. Or 5 versus 3. And they can still go to either side. There's a minute and a half left. This is looking very good for Tainted. Oh, for Sin, but they still have to be careful. It's dangerous. They're stuck towards the B site.
And looking at this, with the control that they have over mid, they're going to be careful. Of course, I like how Sin's playing because they're not assuming they have control. We've seen it in the past where teams have come through, and in a situation like this, we'll assume they have mid control. We'll assume that there's been a rotate to B, and they'll push aggressively. While Sin isn't playing like that and is wasting a little bit of their time, they're making sure that in the event someone's lurking, they will not be fragged out here. And it's working well as Blitz plays mid with Kauth. Zeusy is going to be peeking here, trying to get damage down with a scout, and Blitz will get the frag before the smoke comes out from his teammate. Church playing in the smoke. We still have 5 members up for Sin. A great Molotov to force Church further into Z. APOC trying to get the frag on Kauth here through the narrow gap by the truck. And Void is going to come help for the frag here. APOC playing the very close angle. Void going to be pushing up now as he has the most health, and he will get the frag. Turns for Church as well. And thank you, 2K. Sin Gaming push to a 5-round lead, 9-4.
That's just a beautiful round from Sin, and this is huge now. They've won the half. They've got 1 extra as well. Still pushing forward. Tainted Minds just don't look like they have an answer. I mean, that was a pistol scout round for them, so you can't expect too much, but Sin are looking really good right now as they all push towards B main.
Oh, and Frequent goes for the flick shot. Not going to find anyone there. Has seen the push come in here. Looks for another kill, but doesn't find it. Now he finds one. He drops the bomb carrier in Lacour, but the full side of Sin is there, and Andy gets the trade straight back. APOC answering, and we'll pick up Kauth. We're left with a 4v3. Great push from APOC here. The bomb will be planted for Sin. And now we're left with the 4v2 retake. A lot of utility coming out of the CT side. Zeusy moving through checkers with a flashed in Void is going to be able to pick up the frag, and it's left to Andy, 1v4.
Yeah, they are just going to push him from multiple angles. They know he's on the side. Spray through, almost going down, and there he goes. Valiant attempt, but when you got 3 players in the end pushing, it's not an enjoyable experience at all.
Not at all, and it's Tainted Minds who will claw back around here. We're in the last round of the half. Tainted looking to make this a 9-6. Still in favour of Sin heavily for their T side. Sin looking to push it 10-5. If Sin can get 10 rounds on their T side, I'll actually be feeling pretty confident for them heading to CT for the second half.
Well, we saw this last night with Kings versus Greyhound, where the T sides were phenomenal by both sides, but the CT sides were lacking. So may see something like that come through again.
I'm hoping for a little bit more of a rounded game, though. I mean, you were saying that's what you were looking for, is some round trades, and we had that earlier on in this half, but not so much as we head into the final rounds. And Kauth picking up the accidental frag on Lacour. It's going to be Offnu picking up Blitz, and the incendiary on Andy. Bubsy will find Kauth, but traded back by Void. Void on the push here. Zeusy getting some damage down. Void playing up top, and Zeusy pushes the smoke. Tainted Minds making it 9-6.
Sin had the opportunity to almost make that 11-4, but Tainted Minds did come back in the end. They pull out 9 here. So Sin, after going 3-0 down at the start, have brought this back very well for themselves. And now it's onto the CT side. In the last few weeks, we've seen that the CT side has been harder on cache.
It has. Teams have really struggled on their CT side compared to the T. We've seen a lot better execution onto site than we have seen holding.
That's certainly right. And we'll see 3 players from both, or 4 from TM, and 3 from Sin go towards this B side. So that's... should get some action, but... Calf goes down to 3?
Yeah, he got tagged up pretty hard. Andy, the only man playing with a kit here. The core playing in checkers. Will get the first on Zusi, but immediate trade by Infrequent here. Looking for more. It's APOC who puts down Calf. Andy playing on site will be really hard frag down. APOC picking up that one with Chutch on the assist. And it's left to Blitz and Void for the retake. 2v4. Still got a decoy for Chutch, wondering if he'll use it. Blitz picking up Ofnu in Z. Will now have the 2v3.
That's a good start for them. But 2 on site. And APOC in B main. I know he's up there.
Whoa! Bubsy and
efficient.
Infrequent putting it away. Blitz goes down, Void goes down, and that's the round. 7-9 round score. Tainted Minds trailing by 2. They need to catch up here, and with that round win, they could do it.
Yeah, it looks like you'll probably end up with a 9-9 if the rounds go as expected, because Sin will likely be forced onto a double eco, unless they can perform some miracle here. But on the CT side, with pistols, it's looked impossible today so far.
And a lot of utility being used here in mid to try and establish control and get damage dealt. That initial frag grenade coming out. Only picking up damage on Andy. He is severely tagged, though, down to 47. Copped a little bit of bullet damage as well, I believe. And we now see the stack towards the A site. We do have Ofnu playing Squeaky Door. Can make a lot of noise here. It's going to be the push over boost, and APOC will pick up Andy, looking for that forced rotate around into mid to try and hold harder on the flanks. APOC goes down to Blitz, who also picks up Infrequent before Zusi can trade it back. And now the push out, Bubsy. Well, Chutch picks up the core, and we're left with Void and Kauth. Kauth playing A. Ofnu is here at Squeaky. Kauth, if he opens this door, will fall down. And Ofnu, good retreat back there with the jump, picks up the frag. It's left to Void.
And with the P250 and a flash in hand, it's not looking good. He's not at the right side either. He's headed over there.
He's making his way downtown.
I can't imagine him coming away with this round. I mean, it's possible, but he's looking for a weapon. Not going to find one. And down he goes. 8 to 9 Tainted Minds. Sin Gaming going to be on another not a force save. So Tainted Minds should be able to bring this back to 9 apiece, and then action aplenty. But Sin Gaming, they've got to bring something from their CT side.
Certainly do. And it seems, T-Ball, that we're going to have exactly what you said. Strong T-sides coming out on cache. The CT side just not lacking. My dream of a well-rounded team is yet to be established on this from the last 2 nights.
That's certainly right. No, wait. They've stacked the B site heavily with 4 players. Oh, that's a lot of damage done, but only 1 goes down. And all right, now carnage ensues, and Sin Gaming drop a lot of players.
Blitz, Void, and Andy all falling down. The only frag coming through, it's APOC that goes to Blitz. And with Kauth and LaCour left up, Infrequent pushing down from truck here will find LaCour. It's left to Kauth, who's playing the B site, and well, here comes the Wild Hunt. It's Infrequent who's going to be pushing up here with Mac 10, looking for it, and gets put down with authority by the USP. However, that's revealed Kauth's position, and it will be everybody else on the team hunting for him. Bubsy or Chutch playing from truck. If Kauth dares push out here, Chutch will find him and will kill him Liam Neeson style.
Now it's the sort of 50-50. Which angle is he going to look at? Oh, he's just going to jump out. Can't take down Bubsy. And that will secure it. 9 apiece. We've got a tie game here, and we're going to have pistol rounds on both. So this is really important for both sides, and especially for Sin to at least establish themselves as on the CT side.
Tainted with the cash. They've got Zusi left on 6.6 after buy-up. And with the rest of the team floating around the 2.5 to 3.5 round. And Mike, APOC, sitting on 0. So not going to be picking up anything extra from APOC, but should Tainted drop this round, we can get some little forced buys that'll help them moving into round number 20. Sin will be in more dire straits.
Yeah, certainly right. Tainted Minds getting the momentum on their side, so Sin have to break it right now. They would be forced onto another save if they cannot come away with this round as well. So this is really important for not only just one round, but two, basically.
And we see a slow round coming through for round number 19. Both teams looking for frags before they push anything. And we'll be playing the last minute CS with that Molotov coming in. It's confirmed that at least someone is playing in Vent.
And there's a smoke there now. That's about it. Zusi pushing out to mid. He's got Kauth in his sights and takes him down. Knows that Lacour's playing Zed as well. As Blitz, oh, they are pushing him. Gets one. There's the trade back. Needs APOC as well, but he's not going to get onto him. Doesn't even get a shot onto him.
APOC looking healthy, bulletproof. And we'll pick up Lacour as well as he pushes through Vent into Checkers. APOC goes down to Void with the good snap for the shot. And we're left at 3v2. Void getting damage down to Offnu. Gets the kill as well. Looks for Chutch and finds it. Void on a tear. Now left with Infrequent. 1v2. Void looking for his fourth. Infrequent with the AWP. Infrequent just wants to land a shot here. And he will find the kill, but he falls to Andy, who plays from Checkers in main. And that'll be Sin picking up their 10th. Putting Tainted Minds in a tight situation here. Perhaps we can see a couple of buys and sharing the love from Zusi, who's on 8.3.
He does have a lot of cash there, and he will purchase and give. I think Offnu bought for APOC, whereas Zusi bought for Offnu. Interesting one, but
that's all right. Bubsy picking up the Galil as well. Plenty of utility and full armor coming through with helmet.
They're dropping so many players. Sin have ended up with 2 UMPs. They saved North, but they do have 2 UMPs, so actually coming through with a little bit less firepower.
And
even
we see
though
the
they won
boost. Kauth coming up on top of boxes. You're right, it's going to all come down to who has the sharper aim for heads. Kauth watching here. We see the flash come out. No, it's just a smoke. Kauth trying to play with a small angle.
That was unlucky.
He will be sitting up top, and he will be able to turn. No, he goes down often. He picked him up in the entry, and Blitz as well. Blitz picking up Zusi before he goes down. Lacour playing back at quad, and the failed nade comes through. Bubsy will get the kill, and Andy picking up APOC. We're going to see the Molotov thrown out to block off the entry from Truck. And a great plant coming through here for the lads over at Tainted Minds. Great movement coming out here for the man Void to be moving around into A main. He will be met by Infrequent, and Void picks up the frag. Left with a 2v2. Void playing from main, and Andy already on site looking for the one at quad. Picks him up. That's Bubsy down. Offnu playing from highway side. Finds one. Finds two. And Offnu closes it out. 1v2. Picks up the AWP for his troubles. And a 4K for the round.
Huge, huge work there. And that's going to put the economy of Sin out of whack. Down to pretty much nothing. They're going to see Zed Deagle and a P250. Flashes and smokes. So they're very light, and Andy's got nothing. I suppose, what can you call it, a glass cannon or a glass pea shooter?
Well, look, P250, he's going to get damage down, hopefully. Unable to find Zusi in the smoke, but Kauth will pick up the frag. And it looks good for Sin with the opening kill. Andy has taken considerable damage, though, onto 12 HP.
But does remain alive. The man advantage is on the side of Sin. They're trying to take advantage of that. It'll be still quite difficult. Oh, Blitz coming from behind with the CZ.
Good boost comes in, but he will be met by a pincer. Offnu on one side, and Kauth now pushing. Offnu will find him as well. These 1v1s not doing too well for Sin against Offnu. He did very well last round. He's doing well on this one.
Yeah, he's got all the frags with that AK, and the bomb has been dropped. Oh, they've left it back there. They're not too worried about that.
No, they're looking for frags here as well to play this map.
53 seconds. They're against CZs. One player over on each side. We're going to see a little bit of a rotate from Void towards A. Here we go. These two players might see each other soon. Firing away. Lacour takes down APOC. It's back to a 2 vs 2. And Bomb's going to go to B as they are taking the higher percentage route to at least get the bomb planted.
Smart move from Tainted here. Playing against 2 CZs.
But they are aware, and Sin Gaming have turned around. Long-range shots with the CZ.
LaCour picking up the AWP from the frags going down. It means they can play some longer angles as they look to try and take back B. Looking for that high percentage body shot on the AWP. Void will be playing here in tree. Afternoon moving across, needs to turn around as Void enters. Bubsy Church looking to cover here. LaCour playing from heaven. Sin, not sure if they want to be trying to play for this, and I think they're going to make the smart move and pull out to save this AWP for round 22. Give Tainted the 11-10 round score.
Well, they don't have kits
either.
Yeah, they don't have kits either, and they were set up for that Molotov play as well. So
Exactly
10
right.
seconds with the Molotov from the flash room. We may as well call it the molly room now, because that's
Yeah, that's right.
generally what we see it used for now.
That's right. It would have been hard. They needed to get both frags in quick succession before setup for the Molotov.
And the amount of time to go hunt down Offnu in that room.
That's right. Plus, then not having kits to be able to get a 10-second defusal. Yep. That's a rough ask.
Yeah, and time had passed with the rotate. So Sin, they're going to save that or purchase up for the MP7. But CZs again. They were effective last round.
The CZs, definitely.
Yeah. And they almost come away with it off that crummy pistol round for them. Colt is holding here off new Squeaky Door. 3 in Squeaky here. Ready to execute. We're seeing APOC move around. There's only one on the site. Kalth is the only one there with the CZ. He does have the rotate from Andy at highway. Gets taken down straight away. And Andy's gone too. That's not good signs for Sin Gaming on this round. LaCour, the long shot, isn't going to get there with the AWP. And
he'll find the second attempt though, my friend.
He gets off new.
Bubsy's going to push up to truck and take down. Blitz is going to pop himself in with a flash, but it is the close play from Void, who sprays and gets the headshot. LaCour playing back here in B main. Zeusy looking for the push. LaCour covering both checkers and main. Zeusy going to look for him, but it's the push out from LaCour and the easy headshot with the AWP. Void finds APOC as well. That bomb planted, and it's infrequent remaining. 2 frags after the plant here. Tainted Minds will pick up 12-10 for the round score. They're pushing for a 2-round lead. But with the side of Sin Gaming holding on to an AK and an AWP ready for round number 23, they're setting themselves up for a good chance of taking this back. Double AWP setup coming through here for Sin.
And Sin, on those 2 pistol rounds, one with the saved AWP, they at least managed to do a lot of damage and work themselves into the rounds. They were close in the end. Even though they were both won by bombs going off,
yeah,
they managed to save in both rounds, and I would expect them to do a little bit better in this one. They got double AWP and an AK as well that they've stolen. So with what they've been able to do with pistols, you'd think they should be able to come away with a round victory.
You'd hope.
You'd hope, but they've only got 1 CT round victory so far. They were 9-6 at the half. Tainted Minds are 6-1 right now on this half.
And the thing is as well, as much as the savings working for them and has helped them maintain a good economy to come into round 23, that strategy has its limits. That limit being a 16-10 loss. If they keep doing that and not winning the rounds, it's all well and good to try and boost your chances moving into the next round and the next round, but there comes a time when you have to try and force up for, you know, those high-octane plays, try and push for the win.
I think
the
main issue in the last 2 was they didn't have a kit on either round. And, LaCour going big. Takes down 2. APOC answered onto Cal. It's a 4 versus 3 now. This is very good for Sin Gaming to try and drag this back. The bomb's down at mid.
And it's the push through mid here. LaCour finds Infrequent for another. Offnu picks up Void in response. Andy on Bubsy. And we're left with Offnu in mid, playing the smoke here, looking for LaCour, looking for the bomb. He's going to push up here, takes a tag, and it's 25 HP, 1v3. It'll be the push as Blitz waiting in Z. LaCour still in the vent here, and they will be able to pincer him in if they peek. It'll be Andy who jump peeks here at the corner. Offnu pushing out now, and they have location. Blitz comes out of Z, and that'll be Sin putting it back. They've done what they needed to. They got the frags and closed out round 23 to make the score 12-11, only trailing by 1.
And kept a lot of players alive as well. So that is very important for Sin. Keep that economy going good. They've broken Tainted Minds now. They are, because they did so much damage on the pistol rounds, Tainted Minds don't have the buy, which is so important. Even if you don't win those pistol rounds, they managed to do so much damage. Only 2 and 1 remaining on both of those, so they still had to purchase up. Sin can still move forward with this double AWP, which worked so well for them last round. They came through with it, and we may see another tie game here. And this is up and down, back and forth. This is what you wanted.
And this is what you wanted, my friend.
Okay, it is what I wanted.
All right, don't pin your transgressions on me.
Yeah, no. Okay, this is what I wanted. This is a crazy up and down
I will
match.
pay it because I'm enjoying how tight this game is. I enjoy it as well. And we're going to be seeing Blitz splashed out. Will manage to pick up Infrequent. Void with the 3K, though, on the spray. And as Blitz for the full house, getting another peek. Zeusy will fall, and Sin putting that round to bed. Reads it a good night story. And we're back to round 25. 12 apiece. Tie game again, Tibor. And Tainted Minds cannot buy. It's back to pistols.
And Sin don't have to invest much either, as they didn't drop a player. So they are building their economy up nicely. Whereas Tainted Minds have to... This is going to be hard for Tainted Minds now, as they're going to be against another rifle round, even if they win this.
Sure will.
Whereas Sin Gaming looking to take the lead here on another eco. But push towards A. See if they can work it from the A side. Didn't work on the B side last round. And it's not looking too good. They are dropping. Whoa, okay, they turned that around.
They certainly did. Lacour got a lot of damage down, but he was trapped in quad and was faced with 2 angles. It's now left to Blitz and Void. Blitz will be pushing in here. Bubsy playing the close angle, and Blitz is going to get the turn. Pushes now for quad and finds Infrequent, but Infrequent, the M4, is too kitted up. And it's left to Void here, 1v2. Infrequent will spot him out playing from quad, and APOC will get the kill from Squeaky to finish it off for Tainted Minds, so they will take the lead after being tied up. And Tainted with the buy here. As you said, Sin have plenty to buy up this round. Tainted faced with an opportunity, though. If they can take Sin out here, Tainted will push to 14 and have a rifle round against Eco to make it match point.
And the push didn't work on the first pistol onto the B site. They got sprayed down hard. So they went, oh, we'll try it instead. Worked out very well for them in the end. They lost the initial players, but then answered back really strong with 3 very, very quick.
And it was good use of their limited utility as well. They had incendiaries that came out in smokes that pigeonholed Sin Gaming into different positions and really trapped them in quad. And that led to the round win. Offnu and Kauth will trade off. Offnu picking up the kill, and Lacour with the trade on Offnu left us with a 4v4, as has been the tale for many of these rounds.
Certainly has. APOC has gone down off screen. Lacour took him down from Squeaky. 2 CTs on either side. They've got the man advantage. The bomb rotating around to B, and Void takes down Bubsy on the entry. This is really good, although Infrequent's answered back onto Blitz.
And Blitz got the kill. Stole it from Void, so it's the straight trade from Infrequent. Left with Zeusy and Infrequent up. AK and AWP. And with the way that Sin's held, it could be yet another tie game for one of these teams to try and pull the lead back again. However, Tainted Minds playing it smart. We do have Andy playing in Z, and he'll rotate now up truck.
They rotated them off A, at least, and assuming that happened, Tainted Minds moving towards A. They haven't done it quickly. Andy takes down Infrequent. And now Zeusy is the only one remaining. He should be able to get this bomb down. Trying to plant it very open in the smoke, or it's just a fake. Comes out of it, and Zeusy can't get the 1v3 clutch. And Sin Gaming, they at least have the economy to purchase into that round, and they make do with it. 13 apiece. This is an insanely close map.
Certainly is. Now looking at Tainted Minds, they're in a predicament. We're going to have pistol buys thrown around for the team, and they're going to look to try and claw a lead back here, upsetting Sin and making it 14-13. Sin, though, poised for a 14-13 one-round lead.
Yep.
Either way, this is going to be tight. I think we're going to 30 rounds, regardless of outcome.
Yeah, very, very potentially. But Tainted are on the eco. It worked for them last time going A.
It did.
So they're going to go again, all P250s, 2 flashes, 2 smokes.
Have to say, though, different play from Sin to protect A. They're playing off the site on highway and a truck. And now using utility to prevent a push here. Kauth with great spray. Picks up Zeusy. Lacour with Offnu and Kauth on APOC now. Church looking to push here. And we get the rotate coming through from Sin. The bomb only just going down on the site from Infrequent, who was able to get on. Lacour picks up Church. Kauth will finish this off for us. Full house again. Kauth picking up the 3. And Sin will take the lead, 14-13. And this is something to be celebrated, just like the bomb, because Sin are fighting hard. This is exactly what you said. Sin can take it to these top 8 CGPL teams, or the other 7, I should say. This is how Sin Gaming can play, and Tainted need to step up and close it out if they don't want to lose what may have, mindset-based, been an easy game.
No, well, Tainted Minds have to come... Oh, if they come away with this one, we're going the full 30 rounds, guaranteed.
Yes.
But Sin looking to get that match point up there. But as you said, the CTs were set up on the A site, ready for that execute. Not sitting on the site, they weren't getting flashed out. They could just spray through the smoke, and that's what worked for them. Took down so many.
And it's playing that high percentage play as well in saying that, you know what, if we play off the site, those pistols can't use utility to get in. They can't execute. They can't push close to our faces for headshots. No. We will play them at range. We will say to them, I will meet you at truck. Come get to me from main and see who wins on this range battle.
And I'll spray you from highway.
Exactly.
Have fun with your little pea shooters, and I will spray you down. And
they have that cross peak ability as well. Coming across highway, they can see if they push to site. Infrequent was the only one that managed to push site there. Got the bomb down and pretty much immediately got taken out. Sin won the round. So good setup here to play against the Eco. Lacour picking up Zeusy, and Infrequent straight back.
They're still at 4 versus 3, the one-man advantage. The Tainted Minds, they really need to come away with this round. Andy spraying it Infrequent, but he can't get onto him. Offnu picks him up. Bomb looking to go down, but huge shot onto Infrequent, who was trying to plant the bomb, and it has been dropped. They
Blitz
don't have
picked
control.
him up, and it was the double peak with Andy helping him out. So the bomb down, Blitz also grabbing Offnu, and this looks good for Sin now, 2v2. They know they're playing from truck. Bubsy has fired shots off, and when he goes to pick up the bomb, Void puts him down. It's now APOC, great cover coming through. Void with another. 2 kills for him to defend the site, and Sin Gaming move to match point. Ladies and gentlemen, we could see Sin Gaming take out a really good map win here, tightly contested against Tainted Minds.
And we're going to have to see a force from Tainted Minds. AKs, Tech 9, CZ, Deagle. They do have full armor and a bit of utility up their sleeve. So they can produce something here. We might see a move towards A, but at least play for those positions that they were previously. Although, up mid, go Sin Gaming.
And they're looking to establish control here. They're playing A again, playing the map differently. So they do have one on A, playing a quad. That's going to be Andy playing in there. The rest of the team spread. We've got one playing in cheeky corner to listen out for that A main push. And Church picking up Void here on the push in Vents. APOC on Kauth. Lacour picking up APOC in response. And this could be Tainted Minds clawing back another round. Lacour has something to say about that, though. Puts down Offnu, and with Infrequent trying to push onto the side here. He picks up an AK, but gets sprayed down from Forklift. Lacour finding that frag. Another entry. No, the bomb holding in A main. It's the push-up highway from Church and Zeusy with a Deagle in main. Church looking to get a position here. We'll see Andy, and Andy with the peak, just as Lacour hard pushes Zeusy in main. Sin Gaming pick up the 16-13 and take the first map out in this 2 best-of-1 series for the night.
That is incredible.
Well played, Sin Gaming.
I said they're at least capable. I didn't expect it.
No.
But they come away with it.
And they proved their capabilities in that match. It was tight. Tainted played well to try and hold on to it, but Sin simply played better.
They did. It was a completely different side that we saw week 1.
Yes.
Or can they move it through to map 2? It's going to be the big question. If they can come away with a 2-0, this is absolutely huge.
Well, we'll get the answer to that question in just a few short moments after a quick break to set up the second map. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back for you now. The second best of one here for the matchup between Tainted Minds and Sin Gaming. My name is Matthew Judge Brand. I'm back here with T-Bor, and this mic is way too high.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Yeah,
can you hear my nostrils now?
What?
Almost.
I can hear you moving.
Oh, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, it's sorted now. We're coming in for Map 2. Map 1 was a result we did not expect.
No.
Possible.
We said that it was. We said that it could happen, and Sin have done things like this in the past.
They have,
but still to manage to achieve it, and they were getting done on their CT side hard as well. Tainted Minds were coming back. I think it was 12-10 at one stage,
and it was looking like we had the running commentary. We were thinking about it, like going, okay, cool. So at the start of this map, it's going to be a tight game, and then we saw a couple of runs and thought, oh well, no, it's back to the everyone has a great T side on cache.
Yeah,
and then it flipped. And we saw a good CT side come through from Sin.
Yeah, we certainly did. Once they got that double AWP out, they just couldn't get past it.
And it was dangerous. Blitz hit some very good shots with that AWP. We're now yet to see if he can do that on Mirage, which will be our second map for the night.
Yeah, this is not going to be the best for Sin now, I don't think.
I don't think so.
No, it's... They played... Well, Tainted Minds last week played on Mirage against Darksided.
They did.
And they won that, 16-7.
Right. But, argument to be made, the comparison between the Darksided team and the Sin Gaming team, in terms of which team's better. I mean, hard to say right now. You could argue that... Yeah. I argue Sin sitting a little higher than the Darksided roster.
Well, you take Atletico over Tainted Minds on Mirage as well.
That's right.
So Sin did have to play Atletico. So they've seen how to play it in two rounds last week.
They got taught how to play it.
Yeah.
Very, very briefly.
A thorough explanation of how to play it from both the T side and then on the next one, the CT side.
That's right, because of course, for those of you unaware, Sin Gaming, we mentioned this before the last map, Sin allowed Mirage to be picked twice against Atletico in Week 1 due to the new veto system.
They picked it one time. So.
Picked it once, and then it was allowed the next. So the pick came down to them between Cobble and Mirage, and they still allowed Mirage to go through.
Yeah, for the second map. I think
for the second. So look, whatever, that's cool. But man, it wasn't good. So
no, it was not pretty at all.
Not at all. Let's see how they do though. We're going to be heading in just a moment for this map on Mirage. Here we go, and we have the first round underway. It's Sin Gaming on the CT side here. Tainted going to be starting on the T side, and with a potential another 30 rounds coming our way. Good luck, have fun, gentlemen.
And now, Sin also has played Tainted Minds on this map recently. It was a 16-11 when they did lose out 0-2 to Tainted Minds. So Tainted Minds do have the upper hand on Mirage here.
They certainly do. Or at least the previous scores point that way. APOC making some noise pushing from Palace, and it's going to be Chuch that comes up from ramp, moves to Tetris. Lacour picks up infrequent, but Chuch answers for Kauf. And Chuch trying to move through the site. Blitz will find him. Zusi picking up Lacour. Blitz playing up the top of stairs. APOC finds Void off camera. And we're left with the 3v2 for the T-side hold of the bomb plant. One playing CT, that's APOC. We got Zusi on site and Offnu on the ramp. Blitz looking for an opportunity here. And down he goes. Zusi will find the frag. Andy playing up here. He's at the stairs. And he's 1v3. I'm not sure he can do this. He pushes out and he will be caught in a nasty crossfire. He finds Zusi. APOC looks for a frag here. If Andy can get good positioning, he's going to smoke and he's going to go for the defuse. He's playing in the center. He could get it here. No, Offnu not having any of that. The headshot
It was almost the team frag as well.
Almost.
He was firing his teammate. Just looked at the picks and bans now.
Yes.
You're going to be in a little bit of a shock. Sin picked this.
Sin picked this?
Yeah.
Okay, how'd the vetoes go? Run us through the veto.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a sec. The main thing about this veto is they had Inferno or Mirage left over.
Right.
Now, in the previous matchup...
Versus TM last time.
Versus TM last time. They went 16-3 on Inferno. So Mirage was actually their better option.
Lesser of two evils.
Out of the two.
Okay.
So after you went, TM removed Train, Sin removed Cobble, TM removed Cache, Sin removed Nuke.
Yeah.
Tainted Mind removed Overpass. The last two that are left are not great options. So
Inferno Mirage.
Yeah, you got Inferno Mirage, which they lost on both maps too.
Yeah, but
Mirage was way the better. So this is technically the best pick out when it got to that stage for them.
Okay, so I'm not going to argue with them too much on Mirage this week. Last week definitely will. But this week we'll see how we go. So they started off well for Tainted with 1-0. Yeah. There is method in the madness?
In the madness.
Okay.
I'll defend their pick a little bit more this week.
You can defend their honour, my friend.
Yeah.
I will not accost it anymore. And we see the round has started off for round number 2 here. 1-0 lead for Tainted Minds. APOC picking up the core, and Cowth will send it back. Return to sender, RTS on that envelope. And we see the quick rotate coming through now. Tainted going to look to push to A. And sending through market, back around through CT spawn. Maybe. It might be Cowth that pushes that way. They're playing a little slow here on Sin. They don't want to throw everything A just in case it will come back to B. Infrequent flash out here, and we have heard that it's coming. Zeusy with the long shot with the AK from sight to short. Picks up Void, and it's left to Cowth, who will push up from CT. Pre-fires. But Zeusy has planted it on the other side of the box. So Cowth is caught out. Infrequent playing from Con. Zeusy playing from ramp. And as soon as he jumps, Zeusy will find his noggin.
They got it to a 2 versus 2 on that pistol round. Picked up the AK and the UMP. Stole them away. But Tainted Minds had the advantage and they could rotate and choose what side they wanted. They knew 2 players were on B. So A's the choice. Still expecting someone to... still expecting maybe a slow fake rotate.
Yep.
Move back to B. They have to leave one on the B side. Then you have to leave one at B, move one to A. So they're always going to have that 2 versus 1 man advantage. But picking up the player from short, over at B short, free connector, that was huge.
Certainly was. It really solidified the hold of that site for the round. And APOC now pushing up. We'll find Andy, who was playing on the railing of short. Pushed quite considerably far up to try and get an angle over the smoke. However, it was the push on the walkway that found him. Blitz will have a nade drop directly on his helmet, and it's Infrequent that finishes him off. Infrequent also picking up Void, who peeks. Now Cowth on the peak, and the Deagle. Infrequent picking up an easy 3K, still with 15 health remaining. And there goes Church picking up Lacour as he pushes onto the site. Tainted pushed for the 3-0 early on. They get the conversion, and it's going to be round number 4.
I think Infrequent was in his... AWP mindset there. He had a UMP. He was going for the Deagle shots. 3 were all it took to take him down, but I don't know. I would have
he ran out of he ran out of his clip. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So he had got the 2 kills, one after the other from the window drop, but then ran out of bullets rather than reload. Let's go Deagle, and he got considerable damage done.
Yeah, certainly right. Pushing out, Zeusy gets onto Blitz, spraying down Con. Zeusy gets another, and now it's a 5 versus 3. One player on top of the truck here in Void, sprays onto APOC, but he can't deal with 2.
Oh, Andy, though, sharp from market window. He's going to find Offnu, and it's the push onto site.
And Lacour still hanging at T-ramp, sort of, in case they do go back to A. They're not.
They're going to commit to B here. Zeusy is making sure he tries to clear out as much as possible. Infrequent, wary of Andy playing here. And my God, that peak. He's going to get the frag and the bomb plant, leaving a Lacour alone. And the Wolf against 1v3. Oh, yeah, that is hold hard in Palace and hope they push you immediately, one at a time, to try and pick up the frag.
Yeah, or just spray down all 3 at once, but... even if they make it that far, I'd be surprised.
And it's going to be Tainted Minds pulling through a 4th round win. The only saving grace being a literal save coming through from the core with the M4. Moving into round number 5, Tainted Minds will take the round score 4-0. Rest of Sin Gaming struggling for a purchase here. They'll be back on pistols with the core on his M4. And not really a hard push from Tainted. They don't want to give up weapons to try and take this one off of the core. It's not worth it. They're just going to hold on.
Yeah, so Sin Gaming, they're going to be forced onto another eco, but they've got an M4 to work with. I don't think that's going to change the balance too much. Tainted Minds, they're looking very strong right now. Starting to build a bank. Zeusy's still got 8.5k on him.
Yeah, look, it's a strong bank coming through from Tainted Minds. A surplus in the budget in this first half. And taking its time here.
No one's really on the A side. You got 2 connector. and 4 looking to execute on for Tainted Minds. 1 pushing up a connector as well. Zeusy gets the first onto Kauth, and onto the site they go. Zeusy is fragging up a storm so far on this map.
We're going to see Void pushing in through the hatch into jungle now. Andy picks up APOC. Ofnu spraying out, and he will find Andy. Zeusy picks up Void, who was playing in just behind for the flank, and it's Ofnu to finish it off for us. Full house with Zeusy on the 3K. Tainted Minds picking up a 5-0, and they're faced with yet another Sin Gaming gun round.
Zeusy on 10. The highest fragger for Sin is on 3 right now, 5 rounds in. That is Andy, but Zeusy on the entry, picking up 2, and then gets another one. This is some crazy work from him, and they are building up a huge amount of bank.
Especially when you consider the fact that there has only been 1 round from Sin where they have lost the round and someone survived. That was Lacour with his M4 save.
Yep. And he got taken down first. Oh, he got taken down second, but he still couldn't do anything with it.
That's right. And so, talking economy for Tainted, they're not only just getting bomb plants, but they're also getting high frag rounds and cleaning up. So, because of that, that's boosting the economy per player with those frags. Zeusy doing very well to post up the scores he is. So, Tainted Minds, as they move forward and continue to have these dominating rounds where Sin don't just lose from bomb plant and failure to retake, but they lose because they are dropping so many players.
Strong mid push from Tainted Minds here. Looking to move through connector. Infrequent's going back for the bomb. The core is moving through. Bubsy is hanging out up there. May have heard the jump, but... Oh, APOC moving around, gets Cal and onto the site. They pick up 2 early. Bubsy and APOC picking them up, and Andy will try and answer back, gets onto 1. He's got a lot more to deal with. 2 on the site here, bomb rotating around. And Ofnu's coming from behind.
And Zeusy picking up the frag on Andy as Andy's body shows on the edge of the smoke. Void will pick up Church and Ofnu. Infrequent taking down the long range on Blitz. It's left to Void to try and push this 1v2. He could do this, but with Infrequent watching that angle, it's not going to happen. Infrequent picking up 2 for the round, and Tainted on 6-0 for round wins. Another bomb plant round, another 5 frags to hold. And this is looking great for Tainted Minds economy. Zeusy after purchase on 10k. Infrequent with almost 8. And look at that KD. 11-1 for Zeusy, 6-1 for Infrequent. These boys, no wonder their economy is so strong.
Yeah, and 6 round victories, bomb plants, etc., etc. Just, oh, anti. That was just absolute domination from Tainted Minds there, pushing up mid. The Molotov into window, and then take him down as he has to move away. It's a pistol round for Sin, so can't expect too much, but they have to start making anything work. Blitz gets 1, but Bubsy trades onto Lacour. Still a man advantage. Cal firing at Bubsy with the Deagle. Needs a headshot, but Ofnu's going to take him down. It's a 4 versus 2 now. They got control of the A site, but
and the thing with that as well, man, is Church didn't take any damage that whole time. Kauth is trying to land a hit, can't even land 1, and Church is healthy. Ofnu comes in to cover, picking up the frag. This is a good play coming through from Tainted Minds. They're helping each other out as the team.
Good smoke as well is being watched by Blitz. Onto the A site they go. They know they got control of it. Bomb will go down. And a 2.
1v4.
What are you can do about that? I think the smoke was still there as well. Like maybe on the edge of it. Saw him on the edge of the smoke, and down goes Ofnu. Or Ofnu gets him from the window as he jumps down from the window.
3k for Ofnu as well, so he picks it up. 7 rounds for Tainted Minds, and they're pushing ahead with a strong showing of how to play the T side of Mirage. And this looks like a deja vu for Sin Gaming, unfortunately.
It does, and again, it looks like a completely different side. Like on Cache, they were so good.
They were. They played well.
And now it looks like they've swapped out their 5 players and got a couple new ones. Cause
it looks like we're playing.
Oh, it doesn't look that bad.
Look, you're right.
But I think it would be the same scoreline.
Absolutely. We need to see Sin Gaming lift a little bit here, boys. We believe they can do it. They just need to show us. They do have the double AWP set up in this round. So maybe it's round 8 that we see the comeback come through for Sin Gaming. Andy, low health as he's already been peeked out a little bit. He's left on a grand total of 19. The rest of Sin Gaming quite healthy. 2 kits for Void and Liquor. And it's going to be Infrequent moving around here. Picks up the kill on Kauth. Now looking for a second. Andy playing at the stairs here. Infrequent ready for the flick. Liquor is looking to move underneath. And here comes the flash. Setting up ready for the peak. Flash out on Infrequent. He has to retreat to pillars. Liquor not going to follow here. In comes the execute. And the turn. APOC looks up and picks up Liquor, helping out Chutch. They will move on to the site. 3 members of Sin Gaming retreat. Run away, some might say.
Yep, run away. Full Monty Python, Holy Grail style.
Oh, yeah.
They're not keen on this. And now the hunt. Because we are going to have a hunt. Tainted Minds are not concerned about money in any way whatsoever.
No, they're happy to give up, especially for the gun round. Considering that Sin have bought into this, it's not like they're going to be looking to save a whole heap. If they pick up guns from getting frags on Tainted, all it does is strip it from Tainted, give some extra frags to Sin to help them out. Blitz picks up Bubsy, and we're still going to have the hunt come through here. Zeusy playing unders. They're looking for the push through Apps harder. So Sin playing it well, holding here in Apps rather than pushing back down towards TV. Zeusy will pick up Blitz and looks for another here, but Void finds APOC. And just in the crosshairs before the round ticks over. Tainted 8-0 here. Sin Gaming very close to picking up a few extra frags that round. They will still yet to put a round win on the board. And we have the double AWP set up again with the MP9 for Liquor.
Yeah, max loss bonus, so anything saved through, they're pretty much going to force up. Again, Tainted Minds just looking way too good, outclassing Sin in every single way right now. Sin have to make something work, but as a CTs, it's hard to try and make anything work. Especially if you don't have that sort of mid-play, which they don't. They haven't tried, so I'm not sure if they have it. Like where Atletico, you see text to push up through mid and Blitz covering. I haven't seen that yet. Like they have Blitz set up, Blitz and Cal set up to do something like that, but it's way too late to get anything like that.
Far too late in the round, and they haven't positioned the utility now to be able to do that. If they'd done it right at the start, got the smoke onto short or onto the walkway, then they could have had the push.
Yeah.
But it's too late for that. They need to do it aggressively at the start to be able to follow a similar style of play.
That's the only. If they want to force something up as the CTs. You don't have to, but nothing's working for them. So trades coming through.
Certainly does. Andy picks up APOC and Zeusy picks up Andy. The push though through the smoke, and Void picks up 2 with the M4. Liquor will find Ofnu, and this could be the first round heading over to Sin. It certainly will be, as Kauth finds one of his own on Zeusy, and Sin get their entry onto the scoreboard 8-1.
And patience is key. It holds out for them in the end, and they get onto the board. But that's only getting on the board. They've still got to face full, like even after purchasing up after a loss where everybody died, they've still only got one player under 5k.
Yeah. So again, we'll be Tainted after this round. We'll force up another buy round with APOC struggling a little bit, but it'll still be there. It's still available to them. So they will do it, and Sin is going to be pressed up for the next 2 rounds, even if they win this one.
And aggressively pushed up to the top there. Works out as they rain utility onto the A side, executing onto it. Ofnu takes out Liquor, and it looks like theirs, but you've still got Kauth at the back of Firebox here. Takes down 1. APOC jumps up, and he's taken down. It's a 3 versus 2 now. Void at CT, sprayed. And, well, they're not going to get the bomb down, I don't think.
Nah, no time. No. Bit slow.
Tried. At least the bomb wasn't there. We saw last night and just sort of walking around. I was like, all right. I
can plant for extra cash.
I got to plant the bomb. I forgot about that.
Got to give massive props here to Zeusy, who's already posted 15 kills on the board. The second closest team is APOC. So Zeusy currently has the same frags as APOC and Ofnu, second and third on the team combined. So he's putting up a big showing here for the team of Tainted Minds. But again, he's being facilitated. Yeah. Zeusy's an amazing player, but the rest of Tainted Minds...
He's getting entry frags too, though. I mean, they're on the executes, but he's getting entry frags, not 1, but 2. And it's...
He's having valuable rounds come through here too. So when you look at the fact that he's got 15 kills in only 10 rounds played, playing and above, he's playing, what, 1.2 kills a round? So, you know, he's playing above that, 120 damage. You could also kind of average it out to.
It's Sin Force. They got M4's P250 CZ, so it's kind of an okay buy. Very limited utility. And an Apartments push is looking like the go for Tainted Minds. They do want to push up, but 2 are holding them back. This is good positioning from Sin, and they're not pushing the flash coming through. Completely flashed out, but they don't push with it. Molotov now onto there, and Bubsy takes down Void.
Blitz playing close here. He's going to hear Bubsy pushing and will look for the frag. Finds it, but immediately traded by Infrequent with the AWP down. The Apartments. Kauth finds APOC, and Andy on site will be taken down by Ofnu. Kauth with the answer back. Straight trade. We're left with a 2v2. Zeusy and Infrequent pushing on here. Flash out. But the flash comes back, and Zeusy finds Kauth. Lacour playing short is the last man standing. He's up against Infrequent, who's looking down that way with the AWP, and Zeusy going to get the plant here as well. No, he won't. Just out of time. But the score 10-1 looks good for Tainted.
It looks very good for Tainted. After 11 rounds, having 10 on the board is huge. And Sin Gaming, they've been reset. They've got nothing to work with.
And that's a shame. That is a poor shame for Sin. We want to see them do well, but with the 1-round win, it's not looking good here. Onto the pistols. Blitz pushing up, and APOC immediately going to shut him down. We'll also find Andy through Con from short. Void taking a lot of damage as well. He's down to 32 HP, and Chutch looking to push up ramp, but not going to do it quite yet. Waiting for the rest of his team to do some more work. APOC picks up a 3rd. He could look for his ace this round. But it's Lacour playing from the stairs who's going to pick up the frag. Good discipline from him to wait for the easy pick. Ofnu. It's Void up against Ofnu. And Ofnu finds the frag. Void falls, and Lacour, the last man standing, going to pop flash himself out. Looks to move across, but there's far too many bullets that will find him, and Bubsy gets the frag for the kill. 11-1. This half dominated by Tainted Minds. And they will look to push this lead as far as they can. They could potentially go for the 14-1 half.
This is ridiculous right now. Sin Gaming have purchased everything they can. Andy, glass cannon with only a flash. And no head armor. I mean, they're against Teeth. Doesn't really matter about the head armor, but they're light on utility.
They certainly are. And that utility can be all important when trying to hold these sides.
They're pushing up mid here. They're looking to get aggressive. Void taken down 1, but it doesn't work out for them in the end. Tainted Minds, they were sort of passive mid, if you want to call it.
That's right. Well, they hadn't pushed up the ramp yet, so playing down there, they had the aim battle around the boxes at the top of mid, but could not find the frags in gaming.
They got 1.
They did. Void picked up 1. That's Zeusy. But Zeusy found 1 before he went down anyway, trading himself straight out. APOC and Infrequent picking up frags. And the boost onto the boxes here. Infrequent has spotted out Andy, but Andy will get the frag. He's now looking for someone else to try and push him through the apartments. On the rotate, though, looking on the alternate side, it's Chutch pushing through here. That's window room. And now looking to go out and into market behind Kauth. Kauth has no idea. And Chutch will find him at the back there. There it is. Kauth goes for the turn, goes for the push. No, thank you. Andy pushing back on to mid here. Has seen Chutch go past, but wasn't scoped in. He was just shot to strafing. He's not going to find the frag. And Ofnu pushes him from the top of mid. Tainted Minds win a 12th round as we head into round number 14. And now this is this all just going to be all force all the time from Sin? Because we've seen the UMP on Lacour.
Well, they've got 2 rounds left, so you really may as well. I mean, you're not going to come up with some groundbreaking strategy right now.
No.
That's going to win you this. Well, they can't win the half, but then they're not going to win the map either.
Couldn't win the half 4 rounds ago.
No, oh, the flash down mid, and Ofnu is just having an absolute picnic. Oh, they know Andy's stuck here as well.
And they're just going to keep spraying, and they're covering spray as well. Infrequent lets up for a bit. APOC going to move around, and it's the drop. Andy down to unders. Infrequent not pushing as far as possible. Ofnu picks up the 4K for the round, and Tainted 13-1 as we head into round 15, last round of the half.
So now, obviously, force from Sin, but it's just looking too easy for Tainted. That flash was so good, and they take down 3. I mean, there's an aggressive mid push coming through from Sin. They're trying to make something work.
Yeah.
But when they're blind and Offnu is just having target practice.
And it was just lineup for Offnu. The transfer was easy.
Yep. Just absolute target practice.
Andy with the flash out makes infrequent move, gets himself established for the shot down Apps. The glass cannon working and picking up a frag. Blitz pushing on Chuch here and will also find one for himself. Nobody else at the ramp yet as we get the rotate coming through. Blitz now going to move back a bit as he is tagged. We see Apoc and Zeusy coming through with the bomb. One man playing over at unders through to Apps. That's going to be Offnu, who will make some noise out over on the B side. He's floating at the top of these stairs, waiting for the rotate to see if they push through Apps. And he himself is going to come around through T-spawn to get in.
Well, they weren't keen on pushing Andy again. If he takes down their start warper in infrequent, I don't think the others are keen on taking that duel.
Absolutely not, especially when you look at the fact that they are 3v5 right now.
Yep.
So no doubt someone has rotated to help Andy on the B site and hold it hard, because they can now trade 1-for-1 and still finish the round with 2 up.
But you got Zeusy and Offnu. They've been going ham, and Apoc in the last few rounds have been picking up a lot of kills, so this is so dangerous. Zeusy opens it up onto Void. There's a 3 versus 3 on this side. You got Andy rotating around quickly, but Apoc picks up Liqueur, and this is not looking good for Sim Gaming. It was good. It was fantastic.
It was. Those picks and Apps were looking supreme. However, the even on those entry frags, equalizer means that Tainted Minds have the plant, and they're looking 14-1 now.
And Tainted, they were 3 versus 4.
They certainly were.
No, 3 versus 5. They were 3 versus 5. The 3 on the A site, 2 on the B site, and the 3 take out everybody. I mean, it was such a dangerous 3 to go and take it. Zeusy picking up the first one like he has so often, and well, this is just ridiculous. Like Zeusy, 20 kills in that half.
Yeah, and look at the kills that are coming through on the whole side here. So there was, in total, 3 players from Sin who survived 1 round in that half. 2 players only survived 2 rounds in that half.
Ridiculous.
So the rest of them all fragged up. We're looking at a massive frag game for Tainted Minds here as well. You look at that halftime scoreboard, you can see how many skulls are sitting on that center line, because it is round after round of fragging domination coming through from TM. And look, this isn't what you would expect after watching last map, but Mirage is Sin's kryptonite, it seems.
It's what we expected after last week's.
Absolutely.
against Atletico, but even Atletico didn't do this to Sin.
They certainly did not. And we see the push come through here. Infrequent playing on the boost from Chuch in CT. They give up the site, but they're going to get frags here as the push comes through CT. Chuch finds 3. And it's going to be the push. Blitz is the last man standing. An easy defuse here. Chuch is going to get that as well. Greedy on the points for the leaderboard in-game. But 15-1, we're already at match point. First round into the second half, and this is pure annihilation coming through from Tainted Minds. Sin struggling here. I love the Sin boys. Good effort, but they're not going to post up 14 rounds in a row.
No, they're not.
They are not.
Look, currently this is worse than map 1 last week against Atletico, where they went 2-16.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not looking great. They'll force into the UMPs. They got the bomb down, but they went hunting for kills after that.
Yeah.
They didn't want to protect it. It was just like, let's go get them, boys. And it didn't work, as this is the last chance effort. They get infrequent. They get Bubsy. Void goes down. Apoc goes low, but stays alive on 10. 3 versus 2. Bomb down. This is the last chance, but Offnu takes one down.
It's a 2v2 left as well. We've got CT, we've got Jungle. Tainted are going to be pushing back, but Andy gets the frag, and it's left to Apoc on 10 HP. He takes a hit, and he's down. He needs to be crisp, and it will be Blitz who picks out, gets the frag. Sin have evened it up now. So Sin looking to go just as equal, if not better, if they can string in another round here against Tainted Minds, as they did against Atletico. So, however, looking at this and moving on, not dwelling on some defeats here, this is looking to be our first split.
It is.
We have had 2 O's for these 2 best-of-1 series so far, and this is our first split. Tainted Minds taking up the second map. Liqueur picking up Zeusy here early on in round 18. But Sin Gaming picking up the first, Tainted on the second. That's 1-1. That's going to be interesting on the leaderboards.
And the second thing is that so far, Sin is amazing on every other map that is not Mirage.
So far, they've done well to play it all out. And in comes the grinder. Frag's coming out, and it's going to actually be Sin that come away better off. They'll find a third round. So now doing better than what they did against Atletico. They get the bomb planted there as well for some extra cash. And looking at that scoreboard, it's
Boost your CSGO skins on holyboost.com.
Have pistols for Tainted Mind, so maybe Sin can double their round score compared to the Atletico matchup.
It's pretty much, well, in Mirage 2, they got to 5, so that's their sort of benchmark right now. They're against an eco, but right now this is kind of the question of how many rounds can Sin get. It's not, we're not expecting the absolute miracle where they can come away with a victory here.
Yeah.
They would need something ridiculously special. I mean, especially once you get to those 5 rounds. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Infrequent and Offnu have played it very well. Zeusy picking up one. Offnu gets another. Andy picking up Zeusy in market. And
bombs in mid.
It's Andy, the 1v5 clutch. If he can pull out an ace here, it's going to be the biggest clutch of the season. But I doubt that it's going to happen so easily. Even with pistols, Church now has an M4. We do have... There's Offnu playing ladder room. Andy's picked up the 3, so look, well played. I'll give him that. But
well played. He's got a minute to get to 18 health.
And the bomb in mid. APOC healthy with a P250 is going to be enough to take him down, let alone Church playing with that M4. APOC with a peek, and he'll find it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Tainted Minds 16-3. We've had our first 1-1 map score posted, or series score, I should say, posted up for the season.
Yeah, first sort of tie over the 2 best of ones. But that was, well, I said they didn't want to pick Inferno because they lost 16-3, but they lost 16-3 anyway.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. But kudos to Sin for taking a map win away. Cache was theirs.
That was
16-13.
They looked
tight.
incredible on that map.
They came back fighting as well after a very rough start, and that's the kind of form and the kind of performance we can see out of Sin Gaming. Let's see it more consistently moving into further weeks.
Yep, and first ban from now on, what do you think?
I hope it's Mirage.
Just please, please, please.
I really hope it is, but we'll see how they go next week. We're on to our next matchup for the night.
We certainly are, and that is Avant versus Atletico.
Ooh, big matchup coming through here. This is very juicy. We will get you the vetoes, and we'll be back in just a moment from a short break for that matchup. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the AOC CyberGamer Premier League for Spring 2017. My name is Matthew Judge Brand, and I'm joined once again for our second matchup of Monday night by Lewis Tibor Gratz.
Certainly are. We saw a tale
regrettably.
I'll just show myself out.
Thank you. Cool. So we saw a matchup just then between a very strong Sin in the first map, who managed to take out one on Cache, but then Tainted Minds came back with it and took out Mirage with a show of force.
Yeah, I think Sin had a few celebratory drinks after the first map there.
They are mortals and showed up late to the second.
Yeah, they didn't look anything like the same team.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a shell of themselves.
No, it wasn't. And we discussed about how this is the tale, unfortunately, for Sin on Mirage games.
Yeah.
First week, they went double Mirage in the vetoes against Atletico and managed to pull a total of 7 rounds across 2 maps. 7, right? Sounds right? 2 in the first,
7.
5 in the second?
Yeah, 2 and 5.
Yep, so they managed to pull through a few rounds in this Mirage.
They sat in the middle of this one. They got 3.
Yeah, but that's okay. We're moving forward. So we've had the first split of the season in maps 1-1 between Tainted and Sin. Now we're coming up Avant against Atletico.
Yeah, well, we're moving on, but we're not really moving on location.
No, not moving forward, but
it's back to Mirage.
It is, as expected with an Atletico map.
What's your favorite map?
Oh, it's Mirage.
It's Mirage.
And second is Buke.
No, second's Mirage as well.
Oh, is that? Of course it is. So we've got obviously Mirage for the first pick. Please tell me that Avant didn't let the veto go to Mirage for a second.
Well, it was still in the pool until 3 to go, but Avant banned it out as their last ban.
Okay, good.
So we don't have it.
What's the map for the second veto?
Cobble.
Ooh.
So
I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, we've got the one play that everyone does,
which is aggressively try to push B, fail to push B, maybe go through drop window out to A.
Yeah, success or not, but the first one is Mirage.
Yeah, it is.
That is technically Avant's pick.
Okay, technically in the vetoes.
Which I don't know.
Do we know what the remainder? What did they ban out last to leave it as on Mirage?
I think it was Overpass.
I think it was Overpass. Okay, cool. So yeah, look, both of those. It's a lesser of both evils.
Yeah, but again, Atletico. I mean, just. Expect Texter to go ham. I'm expecting at least 30.
If it's sub 25, that's just suboptimal.
Pretty much. This is his map. He's got his spot where he sits under, near the stairs.
Base of stairs, that's right.
Right behind that wallbang spot.
And he plays that little area as well, so it's not just playing at the base of stairs, but he also plays across con, he plays in con, he plays jungle. He can then push site a little bit more.
He'll aggressively push mid.
That's right, with badge covering. So
he's got T-stairs right there that'll cover too, and he turns around and covers jungle very well as also on rotates. So
certainly does.
He
plays that spot on both sides. So we're not just talking CT. No. He plays their T side as well.
Yeah, while he's T side, he kills,
get the spot, and then clear.
So that's my spot. Yeah, that is my spot. I don't care if we're going B or A.
This is Sheldon Cooper. Get on my seat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we're expecting that out of Texter. What are we feeling out of Avant though? Because these teams, these lineups, of course, the Atletico side previously being dark-sided, looking at their history, how's it fared?
The history is looking heavily favouring Atletico.
Map win ratio?
5-1.
All rough.
Very rough. The only sort of glimmer of hope for Avant was they won Inferno 16-14.
Okay.
And got a double overtime on Inferno again. So both on Inferno. Double overtime, lost 22-18. Okay. So they can stick it to him on Inferno, but I mean, the previous matchups, the most 2 recents for Extreme Land qualifiers, 16-9 on Cache and 16-2 on Cobblestone, they went down.
Right. That Cobble.
And Cobble, which
is our second map in this. Oh. So 16-2.
2.
Okay. Do we know which side those rounds were taken either?
I didn't check that one.
Okay. We might check that later.
Yeah,
before Cobble, we'll have a look.
Yeah, we'll get there after.
We've got Mirage to play first. So, and looking at Mirage, give us about 15 minutes. And we'll find it out. Because I'm expecting this to be a stomp. Knowing Atletico and the way that they play Mirage so not just aggressively, because I think aggression is the wrong term for it. They do play aggressively in some of their rounds, but it is a dominating, superior performance that comes out of Atletico and Mirage.
Yeah, well,
Avant will really have to try and step up to the plate.
Yeah, well, you've got Flix who just wins duels left, right, and centre.
Yeah, certainly does.
And the whole team, they've been together for quite some time. They're probably the most stable roster behind the Chiefs.
Except for today. We have had a roster change. So the roster change has come in. It was requested earlier on in the day. That's how I know about it. So we saw a preview of it come through for Extremesland, where Panic actually played on the side. We're just yet to confirm who's out.
So, right.
Yeah, so
I think Flix was out. I
believe so.
So, there we go. I've just been talking about Flix, and he might not.
He might not even be in the team anymore. But Panic coming in, basically looking to not only fill what we've talked up about Flix in terms of his sharp aim and his play, but extend on that as well with Panic's flexibility. So, we'll see how we go coming in.
And he fits in really well. He fits in really. we've just got word of something.
We've just had it come in. Production is telling us with Cyanide's infinite wisdom. Panic's coming in and replacing Brainstorm. Caster Tim Brainstorm done playing for the Atletico roster. Thanks, Cyanide.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Congratulations, Tim, for being cut from a CGP team. We'll see when the players come in. We are having some technical difficulties with players because of the schedule being so ahead.
We'd assume Flix, but I mean...
We assume Flix.
He played so well with this lineup.
Yes.
He played incredibly well with this lineup. They beat the Chiefs with him. Just coming in for the first time they played with him.
That's right. So, I don't know, Panic coming in, I think it's a good move. I honestly do. Flix is a great player. We'll credit him that, but Panic's
assuming that it's Flix.
Assuming it's Flix.
It's not that. Maybe he's going to be the rotating sub.
When Cyanide's saying that Brainstorm's cut, it's because he thinks that Flix and Brainstorm look similar. They don't. They really don't.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. And
it's just something in Cyanide's head that he thinks they look the same. So okay, we'll pay that. All right, mate. Good try. Moving forward though, Atletico will have a strong map here on Mirage. I'm 98% certain of that. Unless Avant can pull out the craziest thing ever.
The only team that beats Atletico on Mirage is the Kings.
Yes.
That's it.
And
maybe Greyhound, but I haven't seen that.
No, we haven't.
I'd probably say Greyhound has a good chance, but
but we haven't seen that happen yet. So that's yet to be proven. Your hypothesis here, but I'll accept it. I'll accept it as strong, and we'll see how we fare in this first map. Second map on Cobble has me concerned. Very concerned for Avant's welfare. Not just the map win, but literally how well these boys are going to feel after.
Could we potentially see the same kind of deal in the previous, where, or was it Sin?
Yeah.
They actually had what you could call an upset.
They did.
And took the first map. Yeah. And then, had some celebratory beverages, perhaps.
in the 2-minute break.
In the 2-minute break.
And it was too much.
Popped the bottles and went, oh, hang on.
Hang on, second map in this 2 best-of-1 series to play. Maybe we need to sober up. Didn't work well enough for Sin, unfortunately.
No.
Look, maybe Avant can take a map win here. I'm going to put my money on Atletico 2-0.
I would agree with that.
I think it's the high percentage play. It's the safe bet. No coin flip needed here.
No, we don't need that. That's what we expect. We thought Tainted Minds would have come away 2-0. So there's a little like Avant have been probably one of the more inconsistent sides for me. They have shown really good form, and then they've kind of dropped off at times as well.
Yeah,
so they pushed it. They pushed Kings in that lot of that best of 5.
Yeah,
AU
they did.
and Z. They pushed them, but they had Craft behind them, giving them all that gusto.
That's right. They don't have Karat sitting behind them right now physically, but I think as well for Avant, and it's the tale that's been coming out with discussion on Twitter over the last week, is that teams are tired. I mean, even looking at the interviews that have come out today on Respawn Ninja, we had talks with Dexter. There was one with Tux as well. In Dexter's interview, he mentions about the differences in availability for scrim and prac time coming in for these teams, and that really when you're playing so many matches a night and they're not scrimming or anything beforehand, it's you know, when season is on, it is hard to actually get time to prac.
And it's all... it's just go, 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 though. There's no season break.
No, because as soon as we finish one thing, oh, there's an international qualifier, quick fly to Perth.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an ANZ qualifier, play over a weekend.
Exactly. So it's, yeah, and play over weekend. Then you got weekday games. Then you've got ESEA popping up. Then you've got... There's just so much going on that, yeah, it's kind of like almost time. We've got to pick and choose our battles. Do we want to push forward and play everything? I mean, if you're winning everything, that's fine. But
absolutely,
it does take its toll. But right now, Atletico and Avant. This is the pistol round. Atletico starting CT side, which is also scary because they're very good on both sides. But Texter, there you go, picking up one early, and Panic is not in for Flicks.
It's in for Badger. So we'll have to see how this plays out.
That's going to be very interesting though, because you're losing your AWPer.
But coming through those changes, it could pay off. We'll see how it goes in the rest of this map. It's evidence for us for how this lineup will play in CGPL.
If this is the one that they're going with for their core, which I wouldn't expect, because for the one that wouldn't be there, Badger was not my pick.
Well, look, I'm gonna trust in this decision, and we'll see how
Boost your
it
CSGO
plays out.
skins
Looking
on
at how we move into round
holyboost.com.
number 2, and we have 2 from us, a UMP Scout and M4. So the aggression being shown by Atletico. Fists up. It's the Deagle buy for Avant though, and the first one to go down is Cruden. Panic picking him up in mid. And Panic actually took several shots. He took 2 shots actually to get it because playing with Scout. Second was a headshot, but was able to get the kill without taking any damage.
It's a bit like that, isn't it? You get the tag and you're like, no, I don't have to hit him in the head.
Yeah. As soon as you don't require a headshot, you will find it.
Yep. Or the spray moving up, and then you finally get the head, and it's the last one, and they're on 2 health anyway.
That's right. You just needed to hit body, and all of a sudden it's the final one that hits headshot, and you're down to 10 HP. Sync picking up Inject here, so the round looking strong for Atletico.
Inject didn't even get a shot off in that spray. He was not expecting that in any way, shape, or form from there.
Big Stacy pushing out onto short here, finds bomb carrier, but will be put down with the Deagle from Noisia. We'll have a quick answer back. Texter picks up SK, and Sync finds Noisia for the round, and it's 2-0 here for Atletico.
And only 2 frags coming out so far for Avant. It's going to be a save. But going to buy a flash. That's it, just 1 flash. They're going to light the way. Atletico, of course. They're going with pretty similar, except a UMP instead of the M4 that they had last round. We got 2 P250s as well, and some 5.7s, I think.
With time in this round, it's going to be the push from Panic here, but he gets spotted by Cruden. Damage goes down, Texter now pushing out, and with the Famis he'll find 1 and 2, looks for a 3rd for the transfer, but runs out of bullets, so he'll back himself into Con with his USP. Dick Stacy picking up Noisia, and we're left with the 4v2 as Cruden pushes up Con. He gets put down by Flicks. That sharp aim coming through, as you mentioned, and it's left to Dezabel, who is playing with the bomb, now going to be rushing B. He will be met by 1, 2, and now 3 members of Atletico. He looks for a frag here. He might find Sync. Sync on 2 HP. He's not going to go down, and Dezabel rotates back in. Sync really spraying here through the wallbang. With 50 seconds left, Desi's taking his time. So he rotated back, is forcing the move from Flicks to play back here. Flash out into Apps, and Desi watching and waiting.
And they weren't 5.7s. I was just trying to make them look like 5.7s, because you just... Glocks are not fantastic.
And Dick Stacy pushing up onto the van. Headshot.
What you expect, though, 3-0 coming out after the pistol round. And now they can purchase up. Will Atletico upgrade?
Ooh, Panic will pick up an AWP here, so here's your answer, T. Well, Panic's actually going to come in with the AWP. I didn't want to ruin the surprise.
So he's going to be
for
the
you.
super sub.
He is.
And he's going to play air, like he's going to play whatever position with that person.
He's
like,
not just filling Badger's role.
Can you imagine how good that would be to have a sub that fills in like that? Just can go any way, shape or form, play like anyone would. Jezebel starting this off early. Can't get synced though, takes him out.
And it's going to be the trade through. Flicks down. It's time here. Inject I want to see him hit a good shot with this AWP as we watch Panic watching Chair. And it opens up with SK picking up Texter, and Noisia pushes Panic on short, so this is looking like a good chance for Avant to win a round and get their numbers on the board. Dick Stacey pushes back and finds Noisia, who was playing short. Inject going to be watching from Apps into market window, and it's left to Sync, who pushes up from CT. We see the push now as the whole of Avant sets up on the site. Sync coming into market. And Noisia will be the one to wait at the door for him. Noisia not pushing, Sync is taking their time. And we are going to see the pause come through for the next break time. Panic calling that one for Atletico. As I think they, I'm not sure if they're going to have technical difficulties here. I think that's a tech pause coming through.
Very potential. So just get on top of it early instead of waiting for a few round losses. Just throw it out after the one. But it might be a time to use a tactical anyway, just because they are using Panic in a different way than they used him the other week. So it's going to be a completely different change-up for him than the previous week.
It certainly will be.
Well, not in the previous week, like Saturday.
That's right. Only 2 days ago, my friend.
So he played huge in that role as Flicks, but can he do what Badger does with the AWP? It might give Avant sort of a little break here. I mean, I'm sure he's competent with it. They're not gonna throw him in with it.
Oh no!
If he can't use it, I haven't seen him on the AWP.
You'll get to see
times.
evidence of Panic on the AWP. So
yeah. So we're waiting to see if it works out or not. It is aggressive.
And we're going to see utility coming out from the side of Avant as they look to almost feint control on mid. Dick Stacey playing on short here. Panic is playing at Con on A side, more towards jungle. Cruden's pushed, and he's sitting towards TV at the top of stairs to unders. And not much more movement coming out of Avant here. We do see more utility coming out. And the smoke down right on top of Texter. Guess where he's playing?
Wouldn't have a clue.
Wouldn't be his usual spot.
Wouldn't have a clue. He's leaning towards jungle more. That's where he likes to wander to sometimes.
That's right. He likes to play both sides of it. Take his time out.
He's got a lot of range on this map.
He certainly does. Cruden pushing up here, and Sync. No, Sync going to move down. And moving across into the site slowly is Avant against Atletico pushing the B here. And the slow move through Apps. We still have Sync playing on site towards bench. And sitting on that corner between bench and market door. Waiting. He's watching this tight angle on the first window, open window. Now moving to behind bench. And we see the move from Avant. Panic picks up Noisia. Inject answering back, dropping the AWP. Cruden will find Dick Stacey and Sync at bench. Finds Inject, looks for another here. Cruden will fall as well. Sync now looking for Dezabel. Flicks finds SK. Desi gets Sync, and it's the push from Texter that'll close out the round. Picks up the AWP, and Atletico go up 4-1.
Big save there from Atletico. And yeah, 4-1. Avant. They got a decision here if they want to force or save. It's looking like the save, as there's not much time left here. P250s, Deagles. That's what we're going to have. And a smoke.
And a smoke.
So one smoker on the team.
Cruden lighting up. And Texter on the watch here. Dezabel not going to push that. And it's going to be the Avant push through Apps. Sync moving back here to watch window bars. Dick Stacey also covering the other angle. Flash out here and Inject unable to push. That will give Sync the opportunity to jump peek, and he will see Inject there standing in the middle. Cruden playing in unders. Has taken considerable damage to 57 from a nade. The whole side of Atletico holding on. They're looking for 5-1.
Certainly a double AWP set up against a pistol buy. Only 2 with armor. That smoke has now been used. Avant is spread out all over the map right now. That's the smoke. That's what it's done.
There it is.
Blocking off connector. You got a small angle there to look through.
No one watching it. Dezabel will pick up Sync off camera. Dezabel getting that shot from short. Sync playing at bench. Cruden will look for Texas Flicks. Gets noisier. SK answering back, and as will Inject. And the site is now for Avant. Picks up the AWP here, SK. And Panic is going to be looking in. SK not watching the right angle here. And Dick Stacey moving across. Panic will see Inject. Does not land the shot. Moves out towards the site, and it's Panic and Dick Stacey. 2v4. Smoke on the bomb, and looking for the stick on the defuse. And there it is, Inject going to aim and kill the diffuser. Dick Stacey left 1v4 now. Goes for the defuse, going to stick, and Inject will find another in the smoke. 3 for him that round, 2 of them being diffusers. And Avant will bring in a second. Atletico on a pistol buy if they so choose.
I think we were talking about that yesterday, doing the same thing, expecting different results.
Definition of insanity.
Yeah, it didn't work well for Atletico there. Just sort of, he wasn't left with much of an option.
You kind of just hope that they don't hear
four.
you get onto the defuse and that you can stick it.
Well, yeah, because they know where the bomb is planted in the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a high percentage play for living or taking the round, but he wasn't going to take that round anyway.
No, he certainly wasn't, and Avant have been able to double their round score, pushing it to 4-2. Cruden spraying through the smoke in apps, looking to find someone who's jump peeking, and nobody's there, buddy.
No, but Dick Stacey goes down, and Texter is low as well. SK picked up by Texter, though. As Flicks is dropping HP. It picks up Dezabel. 2 players. 10 and 6 on the side of Atletico, but they do have the man advantage. Cruden turning it around.
And the spray, Cruden picks up Panic and gets Flicks. It's Texter for Inject here. Sync playing from jungle, finds 1, looks for 2. But it's going to be Avant Gaming picking up the round as Cruden got Texter, and Noisier found Sync for the final. Atletico being crept up upon by Avant, who now have 3 to Atletico's 4. Atletico now definitely on pistols for this round. No way they're forcing past that. And Avant will look to take this one away as well. Inject back on the AWP again. Dezabel, the only man with a frag grenade, who'll look to lay that on top of someone's noggin.
Very likely, but we got the B apps push coming through. The 1 player on B is Sync. If he gets taken down, this is basically going to be the site. P250 is going to need a lot of heads here. Knows they're coming. Peeks out, but can't get a frag. Only takes Dezabel down a little bit. He's flashed out and gone. The rotate comes through. And Inject just takes Texter out in market. It forces Flicks back to wait for his teammates. And bomb is planted. Avant looking to very likely go up 4-3 bar some absolute miracle.
Avant only taking 63 damage on Dezabel in total for the round so far. They're looking for a healthy round. Atletico, not sure if they're going to be pushing here. I think they're just going to look for exit frags, to be honest. Yeah. It's not worth trying to get this retake 3v5, especially when you're on pistols. And it'll be Flicks who pushes up the stairs and looks for the exit frags coming through. Damage down. Cruden accidentally dinks teammate. Noisy pushes out. SK picks up Panic. Noisy gets Dick Stacey, and Flicks will find 1 exit frag, but we'll have loss of life for that. And it's Avant Gaming bringing it back. 4 rounds equalize to Atletico's 4.
It was looking scary early on. Atletico was doing some damage, but Avant on a bit of a tear right now. Got similar buys. Little light on utility for some players for Atletico. Panic looking up mid. Gonna withdraw out there. Texter playing con, of course. But 4 of the players for Avant. On the T side, they're pushing around A on the T ramp as they execute onto the site.
And as they push the scaffold, Flicks picks up 2. Noisier will find Dick Stacey, but it's Texter that gets the trade back onto Dezabel.
And that did not work in any way, shape, or form. They've lost the bomb, which is in sandwich now. That's going to be such a difficult pickup if they can make some picks. Minute 17, so Noisia and Inject. They'll look for some picks if the CTs get a little bit aggressive here. Apart from that, this round is not looking good. They're going to need like basically 2 phenomenal picks without taking any damage if they want any sort of chance.
Thing is that the side of Atletico is going to play conservatively here. Noisy are not going to opt for the Texter wallbang. And waiting here, we'll see Texter. Now he fires at the wallbang. Trying to get damage down. Doesn't find a frag though. None of those going to find a helmet. Texter will swap sides. And he's covered in by Sync. This is a round for Atletico. They are holding strong. Avant may launch here to try something. But with Texter about to take out Noisia, it doesn't look promising. And I'll be proved wrong. Noisia finds Texter. Caster's Curse 101. It's Inject and Noisia 2v3.
There are 20 seconds to go. There's not a lot of time to make anything work. Flicks versus the Tech 9. Whoa!
And on the turn, Inject picks up Flicks, but Panic will find Inject. And with 5 remaining, Sync playing back here at CT. Noisia goes for it. Panic will counter peek and gets the frag. Atletico push forward 5-4. Unable to pick up that second AWP in time. It'll be Atletico with a 1 AWP play here coming into round number 10.
With both players at CT, he could have actually potentially got that bomb plant down if he went for it. Went for a fake with about 3 seconds remaining to try and get those last 2 picks. But interesting. Interesting. I would like to see him try and stick the plant, but it's so difficult in those situations.
And here comes the aggression up mid. Texter finds Inject. Noisia with the trade. And Sync back again. And SK one more. Putting this in a 3v3 situation, but SK considerably low on 24 HP. He's going to be smoking up for short here, so they can move Con and look towards the A site. Dick Stacey pulling back into jungle, now moving window room. He's going to be watching the back here, ready for short. Nobody going to be finding him there, as the T side of Avant Gaming moves back to collect their bomb. They drop just out of the entry to TV.
And Atletico, they'll just hold. 1 on B, 1 towards A at CT. And then 1 able to rotate easily. And Dick Stacey Panic picks up SK. Goes out some utility to try and push back the players that weren't there just yet. They will push through this smoke here. And Dick Stacey is going to have a very quick rotate through market. Once they're spotted by Panic. Down, Panic picks up 1. See Dick Stacey move across immediately. Oh!
Dick Stacey on the cover will pick up Decibel. Panic scopes out to move just before he's given the opportunity to fire. And that cover will help out. Noisia calls for the match pause. 180-second pause coming through, so probably a technical.
Yeah, definitely would assume that. Avant, they brought it back now down a little bit. Got to work out what they want to do here as well. They got 3 players that can buy, 2 that can't.
Look, they're probably going to go a couple of pistol buys maybe. We might see Decibel, Noisia and SK buy for Cruden and Inject. And try and be as powerful as possible without forcing up ridiculously for round number 11.
Yeah, you'd expect at least some sort of pistol buy. I wouldn't expect a full force here unless they want to sort of go submachine guns. You never know. Might do something crazy. Atletico, of course, they're going to be pushing forward. Panic, doing pretty well there. He's got 7.
Certainly does. Most of the Atletico side sitting on 7. Flicks, Panic, and Sync, with Texter leading the fray, as to be expected, on 10. And Dick Stacey trailing, but only on 6. Only 1 behind Flicks, Panic, and Sync.
Well, we still expect Texter to get, a 30 bomb. So, with 10 rounds in, we've done 10 rounds, and he's got 10 kills. So, out of 30 rounds, he's on pace.
He's on pace,
if it goes to 30 rounds.
But we're not expecting a 30-round game.
Well, I don't know, it's pretty close.
We weren't
expecting a 30-round game. That's
right.
Correct. This will be a round to Atletico, very likely. It is.
Yes.
We have seen that pistol buy come through.
This is Atletico's round to flow.
But they didn't
this is an advanced round to win.
They didn't purchase anything for Inject, though. They're leaving him on the glove.
But he does have a smoke, so plenty of utility coming out of the T side to be able to make an entry here with 5 flashes still remaining, 2 smokes plus the 3 smokes, sorry, plus the Molotov on SK. We can see a lot of utility come out, raining Supreme for Avant for an entry if they use it properly.
As they push onto the site, Cruden now moving through Texter. He spotted absolutely no one so far. Atletico almost given them the site, though this retake's going to be huge.
And Flix picking up Inject as he jumps on Ticket. Cruden will find Flix, and the trade straight back. Panic finding Cruden. Noisy playing on the top of the stairs, goes for a frag, but it's Texter and Sync that put him away. Sync finishing off the round with Dezabel, and that's Atletico, as predicted, picking up a 7th round win.
They almost gave him the site, but not even a bomb went down. So huge retake by Atletico, very quick on the rotate. And now that is a 3-round lead to Atletico. One more and they win the half, but Avant can repurchase into it. Fairly light on utility. They've got to make it work because they can't start to lose any more rounds and let Atletico get an even larger lead.
And round number 12 upon us, T-Ball. We see the AWPs coming out on both sides with Inject picking one up. Noisier, no utility left. He's all dried up. 7-4 round score and a slow round to play out here to start us off.
That's certainly right. Avant is spreading out over the map, looking for info, but haven't really been able to get anything yet. Atletico just holding strong. All they know is there was someone in apps.
It's around a lot of noise made apps. Texter finds Noisier and SK and Dezabel for the 3K. The aggression on mid. It'll be Flix and Dick Stacey that finish it off for us with Atletico winning an 8th. And what a round for Texter. Pushing it to 14 out of 12 rounds played with that 3K at the top of mid.
And that's that aggressive push from Texter up mid that he likes to do. There was 3 there, and he got every single one. He's heard us. He needs to step up a little bit more to get that 30 bomb, as we weren't expecting a 30-round game.
He's coming out with the 3Ks. You know, that's well on track. That's well on track to push that 30 bomb.
Yeah. It is. He's 2 rounds up now. But Texas here. He's watching the right way, too. Up there, and he gets Cruden as the first Flix on Dezabel. Panic gets Inject, and that is huge.
Texter will find a second on Noisier. SK getting a trade on Panic, and Texter will look for another on Flix, but Flix drops down into CT. SK against the world. 1v3, and he will be pushed by Dick Stacey. Dick Stacey flashed, and oh my god. SK will find the 3K with that final kill on Dick Stacey, and Flix will finish the round. Texter picking up 2, now 16, with Flix not far behind him on 12. Looking for the side of Avant. Leader of the pack is Noisier, 9 and 10 with no assists. Let's see if Avant can step up to the plate. It was a hit round number 14, penultimate round of the half. Avant looking for the 9-6 finish.
Avant are looking to go towards B once again. They haven't been able to make anything work since they got to 4 rounds. It's been all Atletico. Inject getting smoked out by Sync. In the apartment, Sync was flashed out, but no one's there. They're all about to push through, and Sync is just waiting.
If only Flix was here with an aid. If only. Sync going to start firing here. And of course Avant knows someone's present.
Trying to move onto the side. Dick Stacey picks up Cruden from short to start things off.
Oh my lord, Sync
wow.
with the 3K playing from bench to site. Beautiful peaks coming through here in Atletico. Pull through a 10th round win. Pushing for that 11-4. Avant will stand up and testify. They're going to try and fight this back and get a 5th on their T side.
No one from Avant able to get up to 10 yet. Noisier leading the way on 9. It was looking like a good performance from Avant.
Oh, here's the aggression, baby.
Oh,
Dick Stacey this time. And Texter on the cover picks up Cruden. Dick Stacey will find his second on the chase down. That 2-man aggression, just too much. Inject finding Sync as Sync tries to push on Dezabel with the flash. And we will get the push out onto the B site. They do have site control here, but they can't get the plant down quick enough. Inject finds Texter. Dick Stacey on Inject. And we're left with Dezabel to remain. He will find Dick Stacey. And it's left with the 1v2. Desi on all of 11 HP. Fires at Panic here. And we'll move back to short. We could see the rotate for A.
And I think you'll see the CTs here split up. Oh, they'll hang out together for a little bit longer.
Here we go. We are seeing Flick's move now.
Yep.
Flick's going to be pushing jungle here.
Oh, they must.
Desi.
I think they've heard him. I think they've heard him. Oh, he's going to get wrecked. No. Oh, just gets out of the way. He did. He got wrecked anyway, but yeah,
he dodged the nade.
We had to stop the plant to dodge it.
Yes, but then that's baited him into the firing line regardless.
Yeah, and there's two there. He's probably expecting one to have gone CT as well, not two jungle.
True. That's why we saw him look that way. We saw him flicking jungle CT, jungle CT.
Yeah.
Where they're going to come from? And surprise, came from jungle. Looking for that Kobe. That would have been one hell of a swish.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get wrecked at the last second trying to pull his gun out after the bomb plant. But,
he got some shots off.
It wasn't so. Yeah, he got some shots off. Unlucky for them. Atletico pushing B apartments here. As Noisia is flashed out, they jump onto the site.
Good damage from Noisia. Inject going to pick up Panic. Dick Stacey gets Cruden. Inject finding a second on Texter with the assist from Cruden. Noisia yet to pick up a second. He was looking for it and hungry. It's Dick Stacey and Sync left. 2v4 here on the site. Dick Stacey a
Boost
great
your
deck there.
skins
And
on
we Sync the finish
HolyBoost.com.
off Dezabel with Inject picking up Dick Stacey. Sync, the last man standing, 19 HP. Inapt, he is trapped. And SK will find it. That's Avant winning out the first round of the second half.
Yeah, good hold on the B site there from Avant. It's looking dangerous from Atletico. Atletico forcing into it. They got enough. They feel they got enough rounds to try and force into here. Tech 9, Panic. Ooh, no one's going to go for a CZ. We've got a Tech 9 and 4 Deagles. Interesting on these forces. Been seeing what either Deagles, CZs generally. Push up mid. One towards T ramp, one Palace. They're against a lot of SMGs.
Texter here in mid, pushing Con, hasn't been spotted by SK yet. SK holding the tight angle. Texter waiting here, not firing yet, biding his time, looking for the clear of the smoke, and he will push up. He'll see Inject, but SK not going to push at the same time. Will not find his opportunity to get the frag.
And this Texter trying to take his spot.
Yeah, Texter wants his seat back, mate. He wants to be comfortable on those stairs.
Yeah.
Texter now pushes.
Still being very patient and finally gets onto Texter. He was the one with the M4 as well.
Noisia around that corner with a jump. Finds Dick Stacey in sync. SK will pick up Flicks. And it's Inject finishing us off with Panic. Avant picking up a second in this half. Putting it 11-6. Still trailing by 5, if my maths serves me right. Yeah, and with the hard save that I feel is coming out here. No, we're going to still go pistols on Atletico. 2 P250s. The hard save coming for Dick Stacey, Panic, and Sync.
So that's it. Some P250s. It's going to be the same purchase for Avant.
And oh my lord, SK with the damage done. He will pick up 2 with that frag. That's Dick Stacey and Flicks. Cruden finds another 2, picking up Panic as his second. And he'll find the third full house, Cruden and SK. Cruden with the 3K, finishing Texter for 7 round wins in total at Avant. Atletico now only lead by 4. And as expected, it's Atletico on the AK buy-up. Sync. Slow buy, but he'll find the same. Texter and Flicks a little light on utility. But this is going to be the round to contest. Inject on the AWP. We still have UMPs for Noisia and Cruden. Kits on everybody, bar Inject. And oh my lord, Flicks takes down Inject with authority. Dezabel will find an answer back, picking Dick Stacey.
That was absolutely huge, but we do have the trade coming out. SK onto Flicks. Now Avant hold the advantage, but the site is at Atletico's, and they get the bomb plan down. Texter!
Oh, Texter!
He's playing in his position from T. We said it would happen. He's just so dominant from there.
He got pushed, and look, he got 1 frag, and then we see SK push through Con and doesn't look to jungle. I'm not sure what's going on with the comms there. A bit thick and heavy maybe for Avant, but they didn't tell him that Texter is on the bottom of stairs. So Texter got to sit there and just pepper SK. Great nade coming from Noisia, who knows he's there. He's now going to look for him and fails the shot. Texter will pick up yet another kill. A 4K here in round number 19 to push Atletico to their 12th round win and their first in this half.
Gone huge, up to 21. He's 6 in front of any other teammates, 9 in front of the next best. Avant, their top 14 inject. But as we said before it started, Texter, he'll play that position even if he's T. He'll force his way on there and take it, make it his own, and he picks up 3 from them.
And we see the hold trying to come through from Avant here, not wanting to give up mid. And it's going to be Texter and Dick Stacey, 2 of them playing the top.
Yeah, they're very comfortable around mid. A few shots into the window, no one's there. Inject will make his way back to the window. Wait for that smoke to clear. Sink in unders. And back to mid, he'll watch. Watching for him.
And oh my lord, Cruden,
he got it!
With help from SK on the assist. Sink will pick up the kill here with a wallbang headshot on Cruden, though, playing that cheeky forward spot in con. And Sink looking to clear out window room. Nobody there, but good use of the Molotov. However, we do have Inject playing from ladder room. He's now dropped down and in. That Molotov just on the other side.
And Atletico changing up their attack. They're going to move the bomb around to A. They've got Panic rotating around as well through spawn. There's Sink.
Now, Sink's playing a cheeky unders here.
Yeah.
You see that? He's waiting.
And he can rotate through, but he's been washed by short.
And it's Dezabel just above him. Noisia picking up the frag. Dick Stacey picks up Desi. It's SK and Inject. Dick Stacey with the answer, but Noisia will find the win. Is Inject still alive to help him out? Avant find an 8th, and their CT side looking considerably better than their T.
Yeah, certainly right. Well, they've already doubled their rounds.
Uh-huh.
So, went through with 4. They got 8 already. It's looking good. They've hurt Atletico as well. Onto the save. Just a flash coming through. 1 light bulb for Dick Stacey.
1 light bulb. I like that. Yeah, okay, I'll play that. A light bulb. Let's see if his idea pays off.
Flashed out onto the side. They've taken it. Should be able to get a bomb plant down here, but Inject pokes his way out. Texter, the last one remaining. That did not work in any way, shape, or form. SK picks up a 4K. And 12-9, they are dragging this back, but it'll be a buy round for Atletico.
5 rounds to 1 for the start of this half, and Avant Gaming sticking it to Atletico right now, trying to really push to get the equalizer here. 3 more rounds and Avant tied up.
Well, they've already done better than their last showing on Mirage against this Atletico side. It was the last time they played against them as dark-sided. 16-8 was a scoreline there. So they've already got to 9. They've done better on that.
Yep.
And they do have some momentum here.
They certainly do. Although it's a buy, it's light on utility for Atletico. We're going to see, here's the peak, and down goes Inject. Panic picking it up. So this could be a good start here. Cruden will find Texter. Flix and Panic will get Cruden back, and they know Desi is pushing out onto the site here. Flix. Not going to find another one yet. It's Panic on Dezabel now. Flix playing from short. SK will find Panic, and Flix looking to trade it straight back. He does. Molotov goes down to prevent Noisia pushing the market door, and he sits here in window waiting for his opportunity. 1v3. Noisia may find Sink in a moment. Sink does not push hard enough. Flix comes through, and SK with the assist. Noisia for the frag there. Flash out of window. He goes to jump peek here at door. Sink flashed out. Noisia, considerable damage. Sink down to 5. Noisia, 80 HP, only needs to deal 105 damage to win the round. Just needs to make sure that damage is dealt across 2 players.
Sink hiding in the smoke, trying to use it to his advantage.
And he does, pushing around, following around the circle, picks up Noisia. And Atletico find a 13th round, a great round for them, saving that AWP and bringing through an AK as well. Leaves them in a good spot to take this round out over Avant with the UMP on Noisia.
And Avant didn't opt to upgrade the previous round. They still went in with 2 UMPs. But Inject going down first without getting a pick, that really turned it in Atletico's favour.
Certainly did. Spray coming in here, and Dick Stacey will get tagged 48, remaining 52. And from the top, he's playing for some flashes, gets some out, and he moves back across the top of mid to retreat to TV room. And it's going to be the swing through spawn, looking for A.
They rotate around A. They've got control of Palace. They got one down towards the T ramp here, but there's 4 players surrounding A on the other side, or on the opposite side. Texter, he won his position, but SK's got it.
Oh, the tag.
And the execute comes out onto the site. They go. They push back the 2, trying to come through Palace though. Beautifully placed Incendiary, and Cruden takes down Sync. Strong hold so far. The push was just completely stopped by that Incendiary.
Texter picks up SK and goes for the jump across the top to the top of stairs. He sprays at his spot, and we'll find Cruden, but Dezebel with the peek puts down Texter. 3v2 here. Inject picks up Panic and thins it out to a 1v3, and it's down to Flix playing from Firebox here. He will look for a plant in a moment. He's watching the top of stairs for someone to push him there. He's got one pushing around. He may have heard Noisier here move out onto site, and you'll see him now. Goes for the peek, and it's Inject with a 3k that will find him.
And that's a good return from Inject as well. He'd been getting taken out very early on in the previous rounds, which Atletico were running away with. So
and prior to that round, he was sitting 16-15 as well. So
yep.
The 19 increasing his KD, contributing heavier to the team in terms of frags.
Yeah, he's once again top fragging, but like he was top the entire match. He's had to drag that back. He was getting taken out first pick very often. So just to bring that back now is huge, huge for him. But that Incendiary was huge, just stopping the 2 players
up
from
in Palace, yeah.
And then they had to hold off the 2 at T-ramp as well.
It was good effort coming through there. And we now have the 13-10 scoreline. So Avant have made double digits here, reducing their trail by down to 3. And Atletico, a Galil and an AK with a CZ on sync. And limited utility coming out here, but armor all around. Dick Stacey, the only person without a helmet. And we see the split coming through here. 3 in unders with 2 towards ramp.
This could be a devastating nade from Dezebel. There's 3 down there.
Oh, and he failed the nade.
All right, yep. Doesn't get onto there, but Panic will eat a little bit from Cruden.
Inject finds Dick Stacey, and it's going to be Flix picking up Cruden behind the map. SK will find Sync, and there is the smoke up. SK, geez, Dezebel picking up Panic. Noisier with Texter, and it's left to Flix with the UMP to try and claw this map, or this round win. But he's hard pressed here. Moves into the smoke. Spray coming out. Now back out towards unders. Under the annex. And Noisier going to retreat on short. 50 seconds remain in this round, Tibor, and it's looking good for Avant to push to 11.
Yeah, and the bomb is over on the A site, of course, being watched heavily by SK. Flix gets 1. That's the only one that's going to be. Inject takes him down, and Avant are making their way back into this. And Atletico, they're going to have to save after that force.
And we see the match pause coming in, this time for Avant. Desi calling that one for the team. And looking at the economy gives us time to consider options here. Atletico will not be able to force, so they're on pistols yet again. And Avant poised to make this 13-12 and reduce the deficit to only 1 round.
Yeah, certainly right. Inject up to 21. He's actually getting close to Texter for top fragger on the map. Only 2 lower, and he's got 2 less deaths as well, which is surprising for having less round victories.
Exactly right.
13-11, and a pistol. Well, if they do pistol buy it, I suppose Flix is the only one who can sort of bring anything out here.
Flix could come out with a good pistol buy and some really good utility. The others are going to be hard pressed if they're getting armor as well. So I think if Atletico hard save here and look to have a stronger round in 26, could be a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's the.
Nope, it's buys.
No, it's just a CZ. That's what I expected. He's
donating.
Purchased a CZ and a P250. So he has purchased for one other.
And that's going to Texter, so it's a smart move.
Yeah, that's we're expecting maybe a pistol and a nade.
Maybe.
Or some sort of utility, but he's gone for the PG-50. Onto Texter. Inject starting off early onto Panic. And now SK helping out. He's got 2 in front of him. Texter picks up SK. Still a fight for that top fragger.
And Decibel will finish it off as well, my friend. So 2 for him, 2 for Inject, and 1 for SK. SK the only frag going to Atletico. And we're here, 13-12. It will be the buy for Ath as they grab AKs and Avant. A little cashed up. Cruden not going for any upgrade. 3250. He's going to get full utility here with a kit. Everybody on Avant has a kit. You get a kit. You get a kit. And they're looking for round number 13.
Looking to tie this up. It may be a match where we could see the full 30, as we weren't expecting. Inject picking up Panic to start it. Down mid. Huge entry. Inject has really turned this around.
He has undeniably stepped up since having some rough rounds. Like he said, he was getting picked first or second for consecutive rounds there, taking a serious toll on his ability to contribute to the team, but we're seeing it flip now, and he's the one getting the frags, picking up the first 2 here in round number 26, playing from short, flashes himself in, and now he'll look to pick up Texter if he gets pushed. Needs to be aware of Flicks, though, pushing apps, and that is a great smoke to push it up there. Restrict some vision, Inject watching here, but the push, not going to come yet.
He's got
Noisia
some help from
is
Noisia.
covering.
Yep, Noisia's coming around. They've set up 2 at either, and Cruden's playing
that's an aggressive
Palace. So just waiting to see if they'd rotate around, but they will entry on, and Inject gets Texter, Flicks onto Inject. SK will get Flicks and Noisia finishes it off. It's 13 apiece, and Inject is now top fragging on the map. 26, he's going absolutely nuts, and SK is up to 3rd on 21. But Inject, he keeps getting the first pick.
And not only that, he got 1, 2, 3 before being taken down there.
Yep.
He has contributed heavily in round number 26. It's brought Avant back, considering his last few rounds as well, to 13 rounds, matching Atletico's 13. This could be the launch of the comeback that Avant need to take out Mirage.
And it's pistols for Atletico, so Avant really looking for the 14 here if they can stop this push coming onto the A side.
Great incendiary here. He's going to get damage down. SK picks up Panic to open. Inject yet to find a connected hit. Texter pushes, and he finds no, will not find a second. Inject picking up Texter, but Dick Stacey will finish what Texter started. The AWP picked up by Flicks here. Great incendiary out, but it's not going to be enough. Sync pushing from Con here, and Desi will not be able to turn for the kill yet. It's down to Cruden and Noisia against Flicks and Dick Stacey. Flicks, the only man with a rifle, he has an AWP. Noisia pushes, picks up 1, and Flicks has missed the shot on Noisia. He's back down in CT.
And they know where he is. There's the 2, they can keep toggle peeking. If they can just sort of keep making him take shots, they can defuse. Right here, 2 seconds to go. Flick's going to look.
But it's not enough.
It's defused. I thought he was going to get it in time, but
it was the tag, man. And Avant pick up their 14th round win. They are in the lead now. They have turned this map around. And with the full buys coming out on both sides, Avant looking for this push to match point. Atletico want to tie it up and force the 14-14 and put Avant in a bind.
Wow, so basically just took the shot less than a millisecond early on that flick. And just the tag instead of the kill. This is ridiculously close. Atletico, they're going A once again. Inject picking up Dick Stacey to start things off. Nade going out his way. But Sync is tagged low. SK is down as well. It's a 3 versus 4 as Inject picks up Sync. Inject's going huge with the 2. Cruden down. And now a 2 versus 2 on the site. They've lost the bomb, but they've got 2 versus 1. Noisia, the last one remaining hit. M4 in hand, takes down Panic. And now Flicks is the only one left. He's got vision of the bomb, does Noisia. It's the 1v1.
And Noisia puts it away. And that'll be Avant Gaming. They have made an epic out of this map. They have turned it around and are poised to put this down as a 16-13 and join Kings as a team that can beat Atletico on Mirage.
Wow, this is absolutely huge coming through so far. It is a buy from Atletico. A has not worked for them the last 2 rounds, so they're pushing 4 towards B. Apps 1 up mid in Dick Stacy. Not going to push too hard though, as he's being fired at from window. Good Molotov from Noisia, or Incendiary, keeping him back, and he'll push up as well. It's going to be very dangerous. He gets a trade, and there goes Panic. 4 versus 4. But with the trade, they at least get a lot of information for where they are.
They certainly do, and that's the AWP down for Atletico at this stage. Panic carrying that. So, left up against Inject. Let's see if Avant can play the range. They've got time, Tibor. It's 1 minute left on what could be Avant toppling Atletico for Mirage. And although we're not confident about Cobble, at least that's a good start to this 2 best-of-1 series.
Well, it was 16-13 in the previous map with a bit of an upset, so maybe we can have the exact same thing happen out. But Avant are going huge here. They had a 0-2 against Greyhound last week, who are the potential favourites within OCE.
Oh, yeah.
Counter-Strike action. But 3 over towards the A side. There's only Inject holding this from CT.
And it's a slow push out here. Dick Stacy will pick up SK. And Inject answering for Sync now. It's 1 pushing on T-Ramp. He's picked up the bomb. That'll be Flix. Moving towards the site to try and get the plant here. Starts planting. And we do hear the shot fired by Inject, but Flix is on the other side of the box. It's now Avant's site to retake. 3v3. 3 AKs and AWP. And 2 rifles of the M4 variety. Cruden pushing past for CT now. Watching here. Dick Stacy's watching that angle. You see some good utility use. Dick Stacy picks up Cruden. Inject will find Flix for the answer. Inject now picking up 2 for the round. They're holding here. Looking for the defuse. And Inject picks up Texter. He will push. And the defuse is stuck. And Inject with a 3K in that round pushes it to 33 kills. He drops the 30 bomb. And he puts Avant on his shoulders for the map win on Mirage. 16-13.
Texter came out with 27 in the end. But Inject, he was getting wrecked and turned it around hard. He dug fortitude deep. Right there. Dug deep. He was picking up 2 to 3 Ks almost every round there. Picking up the entry frags. Huge.
He was starting off hard on those holds every round for the last few rounds on CT, and it was great to see him step up to the plate. Atletico now have 2 teams that can beat them on Mirage, and it's been tried and proven here. Kings and Avant now joining that club. We will be heading to a small break here while we get things set up on Cobblestone for map number 2. Stay tuned for more Counter-Strike action. gentlemen, welcome back here for the AOC CyberGamer Premier League spring season for 2017. My name is Matthew Judge Brandon. I'm joined here on the desk by Lewis T-Ball Gratz. This has been a night for expectations thrown to the side. Sin comes back and wins the first map in their matchup against Tainted Minds, which we thought was going to be a 2-0.
And they did it 16-13.
They did. And now we see Atletico against Avant on Mirage, a map explicitly known for Atletico's dominance. You mentioned it before going into that map. The Kings are the only team that have beaten Atletico currently on that map.
Yeah, in recent
times.
Yep.
And Avant has now joined that club with 16-13. I swear, if Cobble is an absolute stomp, then Avant's taking things out of Sin's playbook.
Yeah, 16-3 it would have to be. The previous matchup in recent times
between these two rosters,
on Cobblestone was 16-2 Atletico's favour. So
Okay.
we could be in that area.
Would you say it's in the realm of possibility? It's in the realm. Just ask Deadline. Ask Deadline. He'll say it is.
It's in the realm of possibility.
This is an opportunity here for Avant to topple Atletico.
Yep.
Now, I've had some wonderful messages from Dash,
Yep.
who is ecstatic about the fact that he has proved us wrong on our expectations, and I want to see them do it again.
Well, expectations are there to be proven wrong.
They are.
They're just what we, looking at the stats, when I've written down here handily.
Oh, look at that card.
I
That's a pretty card.
incredible.
Is that gloss? Oh, gloss.
Yeah, it is
All right.
absolutely brilliant. There's even some text on it.
Oh, wow. You actually wrote stats on it. Wow.
I did. And it says to me that Atletico should be winning this.
It does. Undeniably says that Atletico should be up in this.
Yeah.
You said it yourself, looking at the recent times matchup for these two rosters. Of course, okay, yes, we've had Panic come in. You know, we will recognize that as a difference. But recent times results, it is 5-1 map wins for the side of Atletico.
5-2 now.
Now 5-2 after last.
They brought it back. And Avant have some momentum here. But who is better at the drop room / anti-drop room technique?
For those of you who...
I'm sure we'll see.
For those of you who aren't aware or didn't watch last night's games, we saw Cobble come out. And the teams are just switching sides here. They were on the wrong sides, unfortunately. But that aside, we saw Cobble last night.
Yep.
And it wasn't a good result. And it was...
Well, not for who played it?
Darkside.
I'm not even thinking. Oh, Darkside. Oh, they got spanked.
Yeah, they did. So it was... We were commenting on the fact that it was the same old routine coming out here on Cobble. And we want to see something different. Last night, we had teams on the T side. Hard push B. Get fragged out trying to move through walkway. And then try and kind of play for frags and do something, and maybe they go drop window, and who knows what's going to go on. We want to see something different come through here on Cobble. And maybe Avant and Atletico will give it to us. Not sure why Avant or Avant-Garde in the server. But I'm going to stick that to them just to give them heaps. Flicks and picks up Jezebel. Texter, going to find Noisia, and here it is. It finishes out. Atletico closes it out in rapid fashion. SK picking up a frag, and he will be the only one to do so on the side of Avant Gaming in round number 1.
They're trying something different there. They went for an A push. It was the pistol round. So moving through A long, mid sort of area. They got fairly spanked, and now AK, UMPs, Mac 10 on the side of Atletico here. But remember, we assumed Badger was playing today as well as the AWPer. It was Panic who came in. He did a decent job, but
yes.
it wasn't Badger.
We didn't see the same plays come out on Mirage. Notably, we saw a lot of aggression on the CT side coming out of the pair between Texter and Badger. Badger covering with the AWP in gun rounds, and Texter pushing up with a rifle, getting a few kills. Now, while Texter did push out here and did play mid aggressively in several rounds, to me it just didn't feel the same.
No, it just, yeah, it was a different setup. So with Badger in there, I think it would have been a different story.
Absolutely.
But still, they pulled out a huge performance
Panic
to bring that
had
away.
some very good plays as well, but I feel it's much of a muchness comparing the two right now. They didn't pull plays that Badger and Texter normally play. Those have seen some relative success in terms of aggression on the CT side for that mid control. It did not happen in the last matchup. However, new map coming through here. Atletico leading by 1 round already. Bomb planted here. And Texter finding Noisia as well for his second in round number 2. It's left to Decibel. And he will fall to sink. Atletico starting off Cobblestone in good fashion.
Yeah, brilliant work here by Atletico, getting those first 2 on their T side. I don't know what's going on with my mind. I thought Avant won the first round. I thought it was.
You got confused by that one in the top right. You're not used to seeing it there.
Yeah, not really. what's with? Oh no, and Avant-Garde now. They've gone back to.
They have. They've reverted.
Oh, well, here's something interesting. Avant all going A long and mid.
And that's, this is probably the most successful push on B we have seen in 2 nights of Counter-Strike on Cobble.
Yeah.
Purely because no CTs were on the site. So, you know, there's that.
There is that, but they did take... Panic was down to 97, so he still took some damage.
And Sync picking up 2 before he falls to inject. Texter and Dixtacy will leave us with the 1v4 now, as SK is the lone man for Avant Gaming. And he is going to be playing right back near T-spawn. He does not want any of this.
Yep, spray down gets him. But I think why we're laughing at that so much is the standard play is most of the players from the T side go towards B.
That's right.
And
it's
they went
all the last night.
Hey, maybe we should push A long.
Yeah.
It did. I mean, Atletico did it the first round.
They did.
So there was potential there, but now they're going the other way.
Night.
Yep. Now they're going the other way. They're like, hey, guess where Avant are going to go? Atletico really playing the mind game.
Boost your CSGO skins on
and look, I'm going to give Atletico
holyboost.com.
credit saying it's intentional to play this game against Avant. Avant heavy stacking the B side, looking for a good rotation now. So Cruden's going to come back with Inject to come over onto A, watching mid down the hill. Flix is playing drop room and looking for Atletico. Look, this is a better spread. I like this a lot more. We've got one playing drop in Flix, who's looking for that corridor push, or he's looking for that drop room push to be able to drop down and come out over to A. We've got the bomb moving along. We've got one playing mid in Texter. This is looking good.
It certainly is looking pretty decent here. Still got 3 over to the B site versus 2 in Atletico. Flix and Dick Stacy over there. 1 mid, 2. This is more what you see on every other map. Ooh, Dick Stacy again, Deswell. This is kind of the setups you see on most maps, except for Cobble.
That's right. Inject picks up Panic. Cruden gets Texter. And Dick Stacy with the jump down from Rapunzel will find Inject. Flix picking up Noisia in the meantime. SK will trade straight back picking up Flix, and we're left with 2v2. T-Control on the site. SK playing from doors. Cruden praying from long as well, I suppose. Praying for the retake here. SK will see Dick Stacy's foot. And it's going to be the spray for damage here. Cruden picks up Dick Stacy. And he will also find Sync. Cruden with a 3k, and he will be given the glory of the defuse. Able to pick up those points for the leaderboard.
The glorious 10-second defuse as well.
That's right. Well, it gives us time to think, T-Ball. I mean, SK didn't have a kit either, but party!
And the spread hasn't worked for Atletico, so I might anticipate a
rush?
Well, not so much a rush, just the push towards B. The one player to go to the top of A long, and then they rotate around to A after getting a pick.
Okay.
I think that's like
I think that's a fair play. I think that's a fair play. Get a pick and rotate. Moving with presence on B.
They're going to do that, but the complete opposite way.
Yeah, they've mirror imaged what you've said.
And Inject's flashed himself, so he'll back out.
And
well, he hasn't flashed himself.
In.
He's still got 2 of his flashes.
He was flashed. He was flashed out.
He flashed himself. He threw the smoke.
That's right. He faced a flash. He copped a flash, but it wasn't his own. Inject holding this angle here, waiting for someone to push him. Everybody on Atletico moving down, and Inject pushes out to grab Texter. He'll now look for a tight angle here. Great incendiary to push Atletico back. They can't peek the short angle on that AWP now, and Flicks will pick up Noisia. Here comes the flash out from Sync. No aggressive push from Inject, though. He's waiting. He's holding that hard angle, waiting for his opportunity for a frag.
So now the rotate coming through towards the B site. They got there in the end. I expected them to do this at the start of the round, but they ended up getting there.
Certainly did. We have plenty of time now. Last minute of the round. And it will be the push. Slowly coming through from Atletico. Through B main. You are right with the one playing on A long, and it's Sync who picks up Inject. He'll smoke out now. And he's looking for that smoke to cover door.
They've now got a 3 versus 2. Over here on the B. Cruden moving back through. Dick Stacey taking down 2. And now Cruden's the only one left, and they can close from him on both angles.
And they are hunting for him. They know he's going to be in window room from drop, and he's there. Incendiary out, going off the wall. And it's the push from Cruden, but Flicks will find him. And it is the round for Atletico. 4-1 now. Ath in the lead. They really want Cobble.
They do, and we talked about it. That there was the potential for it to go like the previous matchup, since the last matchup was 16-2 in the side, or in the favour of Atletico. We could potentially see something like this going again. Avant-Garde, they are on a pistol buy. CZ Steagles, and a 5-7 this time. It's 2. Well, they're going to rotate it around. They're going to rotate Cruden towards the B side. You've got 3 over here. Panic! Just aggressively moving out. Gets 1. Noisia answers back with his Deagle. Texter onto Noisia. It's a 4 versus 3. Still looking to take advantage on this B side. Texter has 2 right there. Throwing the flash out. But he doesn't flash out Cruden. And gets taken down. Dezabel firing away, but not going to pick anyone up. He's down to 5. So retreats out. I've got it back to a 3 versus 3. Minute to go. This is possible for Avant. Okay. Sorry, Avant.
Okay, not so possible now that Dick Stacey's picked up Dezabel. Cruden on 5 HP, Inject on full health, but against this side of Atletico, odds are stacked against Avant. With 40 seconds left, Ath looking at their pick. B is open. We've had Inject push up through mid, and it'll be Atletico slow pushing out onto the B side.
It is theirs, though, so once they check all the angles, the bomb plant will go down. Even the A site's open now. Just going for this long rotate. Avant. Looking for some exits potentially as they move through short.
And Cruden holding on to his CZ here. Not going to give another frag to Atletico. And it's going to be Atletico making this one 5-1.
A big start to Cobblestone here, Atletico. Just showing how to play this T side basically. The sites. I mean, Avant have been unlucky in some of their push attempts. But this is looking really good from Atletico. They're not sitting into predictable plays.
That's right.
But they're moving around the map fluidly, you could call it. They'll instead of just going to B straight up, they'll move around mid, move down.
Move along a bit.
Yeah, get their way back, go through back halls, through upper halls, then back down, up again. So they're moving around the map very well, but 5 pushing towards B now. It's going to be a hard rush onto the B site.
And here we go. Panic picking up Cruden, but Noisia with the trade. Dick Stacey and Flex now open up the site. And Sync will find Dezabel. It's left to Inject, who is playing on A-Long and is not anywhere near the site.
No, they ain't there. That's the one guarantee. But they take B with only losing 1 in Panic. They're really showing how to play this well. That B site is just theirs. As now Inject hangs back. Just quick executes coming out from Atletico. That time, just not mucking around.
And we see Flick, Stick Stacy, and Texter pushing in to holes. Not going to find Inject yet. He's hiding.
No, still hiding. Indeed. Avant just, I don't know, maybe taking this time once the bombs are planted as sort of mini tactical pauses.
Yeah, why not? You're seeing the economic save for Inject here, so he can buy the AWP this round as well. And saving his armor from last means he doesn't need to rebuy, so he is making that saving there.
I tell you, he's not worried about their economy. Atletico.
Oh, absolutely not.
3 players over 10 after purchases.
And when you consider the low amount of deaths that Atletico have taken as well over the last 7 rounds of play, yeah, they're pretty safe.
Yeah, they're pretty set for some time, but it is a purchase now from Avant. They've just had no answer at all. There's 2. Pushing through lower mid here, trying to move forward. Cruden. Being aggressive towards this smoke, hoping someone pokes through. They're going to go through danger, back to long. Just looking for something, try and force a rotate, because there's a lot of players down here towards the B site.
Texter looking for tags and finds them on Cruden now. As we start to get the action heating up here, Cruden unable to reply with damage of his own. He was spray stable, but Texter hasn't pushed. Dick Stacy pushing down through drop. Great. Molotov coming out here to force SK to move. SK watching this angle, waiting for someone to jump. Noisia pulling back out here. Inject playing up at the box, and good smoke from Noisia to hold some control. Texter spray down on Cruden. Now looks for Dezabel, and left on 1 HP. He really doesn't want to get wall banged through stable. It's the push from Atletico now onto this A site. Panic picking up SK. Texter on top of the van. Inject gets panicked. Dick Stacy on Noisia. It's Desi for Texter, and Sync with the reply. Left with Inject against 3. Flicks, Dick Stacy, and Texter. Sync all remain. Inject will look for an opportunity here to get a pick, and he's going to move just as Flicks peeks out.
Waiting for it. I mean, Inject was good. Inject was more than good last round. He was amazing.
Last map, oh yeah.
But in this matchup, well, in that scenario, he wasn't doing clutch rounds. He was just getting first picks. He had everyone else with him.
He opened rounds with plenty of frags to make it easier for the rest of the team. Take some pressure off in later stages of each round on Mirage.
But Avant now, they are down to a CZ P250 by 1 flash, 1 smoke, 1 HE. Moving on to the B site, they've sent 4 players that way. Dick Stacy can't get Noisia. Noisia wins out with the CZ.
But the considerable damage done is enough for Texter to now clean up. And it will be Panic with the Molotov that picks up Noisia. We're left with a 4v3.
Yeah, Dezabel low, Cruden low. So now move on to this. Move through B main towards the site. Panic takes down Cruden with the AWP, and now Dezabel, the only one who remains. He's going to hightail it out of there as well, and they can take another 40 seconds to sort of work out what to do.
Desi just playing with his fidget spinner butterfly knife. That's all it is. He's getting some time to himself.
Now, hoping for some exits here. They're just spraying away, making noise.
Texter pushes up a little bit, but he's not willing to jump through that window. The trade's just not worth it here. Sure, let Dezabel take a CZ into the next round. Oh no, Texter's making noise now. Jump, jump, jump.
He's been making noise with, he's been firing away, he's been jumping.
Nothing.
To the last second, no, they're not worried. Bit late, bit late.
And look at
Nice
this
try.
economy here for Atletico. 8-1 round score, and after purchase, 3 still 0 for 10k.
Sync only spent 200 at cap.
After cap, that's right.
After cap. That is ridiculous. They've got their small loan of $1 million. Whereas Avant-Garde are completely up against it right now. 1 to 8. Nothing has worked. Push up a long here from Atletico, getting quite aggressive. They're smoked out. It'll impede them for a moment. See if they want to go through the halls. Or continue to push once that smoke dissipates.
Noisia has pushed up here as well into the boost. And he will not pick up flicks, but does get damage down. 87 to be precise. SK watching main here, looking for a pick.
He's kept the three. He's kept the 3 players over there, but Atletico's still wondering if which way they want to go. The 4 players. Oh, Incheck picks up Dick Stacy. He's the only one over there that he can at least call for 1 to rotate now.
Certainly can. Panic watching this angle now. Cruden picks up flicks as he pushes up into the boost. And we're left with a 4v3 here in favor of Avant. Texter going to be playing up to the drop, with Sync watching close behind. Cruden making some noise up here with the jump. Texter's probably heard that. Cruden waiting for the push, but Texter will put him down in style. Cruden unable to even fire a round. Desi now pushing up towards window. Texter will make the drop. And we see the push in main. Desi watching out here. Texter for the turn. Texter will pick him up, but he is lit down to 4 HP.
Sync on 1 as well. They are very, very low right now. And SK is in the danger zone. Oh, he can't pick up Sync. Sync does the damage, and now it's left to Inject.
There it is. Inject.
Well, he got the 1 HP with the HE, but there was a lot to deal with.
It was. I was waiting for that HE to connect, but in the meantime, he gets taken out, and Avant still unable to get a second round win on the CT side. Atletico have pushed it to 9 as we hit up round 11, and Avant are back on pistols. Atletico still banked up.
Avant even had the man advantage as well.
They did.
4 to 3, but Atletico just turned it around so well. Avant, CZ, Deagles, P250s. There go the HEs. Do a little bit. 2 smokes still remaining. Over towards the B site here. Flicks takes down Cruden, who was trying to rotate through connector. Now Flicks sprays down. Dick Stacy gets 1 too, and it's a 5 versus 2. Inject does manage to get Flicks with the P250, but that AK is going to look for a save, but he's going to get close in from everywhere.
Certainly will, and it's Panic who waits at mid doors to get the wall bang kill on Inject and clear out round number 11. Atletico 10 to 1. And this is a very one-sided map here for AF. They're looking to split this series. Tonight, we've had the first split that came through for Tainted and Sin, and we could be staring our second right in the face.
Yeah, well, said this could turn out the exact same way as the first one. We had the upset, and now we're having the complete stomping right now.
That's right.
Avant cannot stop Atletico, whether they go to the B site or the A site. And this will be a buy from Avant. They're they've got their timeout going. They've had a few sort of semi timeouts where they've just waited for the bomb to explode. But nothing they can do. They'll send more people to B and they'll get done. Atletico are moving to A. The Atletico have just had ESP throughout this match.
Yeah, they have. It's amazing game sense from AF. It's great aim. It's everything. It's a tightly wrapped little package.
Yeah, they're winning duels. They're doing everything right.
Peeking for each other.
And getting trades if they are picked off. But then when there's only like...
Ooh, Panic on Inject. Waiting for that move.
When it is a 3 versus 4, they group up.
Yeah.
And they work with each other to try and get an advantageous position, which we saw in the previous rounds.
And it's great because when they're grouping here, they're covering each other on angles too. So it's enabling one person to string together a couple of kills, and then they clear out of sight. So someone will get 2, their friend that's pushing with them, their teammate, will get 1, and then all of a sudden they've turned the advantage. Texter picking up Noisia here, and we had Panic picking up 1. It's Dick Stacy who finds Cruden next, and taps through the smoke here. Desi left on 1 HP, SK on 100. We'll be looking for the push. Molotov out, and SK now has to move. The push coming through from Dezabel onto Dick Stacy, who tried to come on the flank. Desi with the advantage on 1 HP, picks up the kill. Dick Stacy couldn't get the turn in time. And we're left here with a 2v3.
as they try to deposit those weapons into the bank to try and save. They got 2 orbs. See if they can do something with that in the next round, but there is just nothing that I can see them changing up that's going to stop them from beating out Atletico here. They're winning everything, even if they got the pick back. I think it was Cruden got the one down A-Long to at the top of A-Long to trade it back up.
Ooh, and SK picking up Texter as well. So, okay, that's a good consolation prize. Atletico will take their 11th.
16k. Sit behind. 3 players are capped.
Yep.
Panic and Sync are going to purchase up their utility once again. It's Avant-Garde.
4 players were capped at the start of this round.
Yeah, 4
out of 5.
It's just ridiculous. 11 rounds to 1.
Yeah. Look, there's not much more you can really say about this. Avant played very well in the first map, but this is Atletico's
They're winning with 3 to 4 players up almost every round as well. They're just not making inroads. Like, you're not seeing clutch situations with a 1 versus 1 retake potential, or even a 1 versus 2. It's always 1 versus 3.
That's right. And it's just not enough. Atletico 11 to Avant-Garde's 1. They've pushed to a double-digit lead here for the AOC CyberGamer Premier League spring season. Avant managing to take away that first map, though, is important, especially when we come to leaderboards later on.
Well, it's definitely important considering how this one's going. Starting off well, Cruden gets 2. Texter answering back onto Inject. And now the rotate coming through from both the Bomb and all of the Avant-Garde players. Well, Avant-Garde, Avant Gaming, AV, AVG, whichever you want to call them. They call themselves different things at all times, so who knows?
Yeah, well, if they had their way, they're soft rebranded Stick.
Yeah.
This time we blame the players.
It's still easier than Tainted Minds and TM having 2 different brands.
Yeah, look, let's not get into that. Not now. We'll save that for another another conversation.
I'm not
on
getting
Twitch.
into why. I'm just explaining.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Yeah. It's Sync picking up Noisier here on the hold of the plant. Text will find Decibel as well, and we're left with SK, who's playing at doors. He picks up Sync. He looks for another here. Will spray into the smoke. Gets tapped by Panic. As a friendly reminder that you can't just get away with this. And the push from the smoke here. Texter pushing out and behind. And Atletico will win yet another round, 12 to 1.
Well, that 16-2 is looking ever more likely as we go every round. Atletico are winning. 2 more left in this half, and there is every potential of it going 14 to 1 here, especially since they're just going to force into every round now.
That's right. We see Decibel with a kit and a CZ. The rest of the team picking up rifles. And some technical difficulties, but we're back in game, it seems.
Well, we're back in game. We're just waiting for it to sort of kick off again.
There we go. We've caught up now. Let's move on to the action. There we go. Okay. Technical difficulties aside, 12-1 round score. And you're right, Tibor. It doesn't look good for Avant here.
5 versus 3 over on the B side as they execute on Tex picking up SK to start, but Noisier gets 2 with his grenade.
Decibel gets 2, mate. Noisier on the assist.
Decibel. Yes, Noisier took him low enough.
He did. Sync with the trade back on Noisier for his assist efforts. And it's now the 3v3. That nade coming in strong. We see the utility coming out for Atletico, and it's Sync that grabs Inject and Cruden. And maybe he'll got Decibel as well. Desi. No, he's not going to allow him that pleasure. He picks up Sync instead. Flicks will finalize round 14. 13-1 round score, and Atletico are putting on a clinic.
And what's changing things a lot for me in this one compared to Mirage is Mirage is a map where you really do need to have 2 players that can AWP, especially on the CT side. Because, on that CT side, the double AWP setup's becoming more of a necessity.
Yes.
And then they brought in someone to replace their... they brought in someone to replace the AWPer in Badger. Cobblestone, they're playing around the shorter angles a lot.
They certainly are.
So they don't need the AWPer as much. Panic still, he's only got 9, but I mean, everyone else is taking them away from him. He hasn't had to be as impactful.
No.
But that for me is the difference in Cobble to Mirage right now.
Okay.
And we're seeing Atletico just stomp over them. So although Panic did quite well, like he held his own.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't a standout performance.
No, the standout performance for me was Inject on Mirage. Undeniably. Dropped the 30 bomb with 33.
Texas still got to 27, but it wasn't what Inject managed to do at the end of the match.
That's right.
But yeah, Panic here doesn't have to do as much. Oh, there's a chance here. Atletico could come away with their second. It's a 2 versus 2, and they just get absolutely spanked. That's the end of the first half, 14-1.
That was a massive half. And I almost feel I need to give condolences to Avant Gaming here because they're trying. You can see they're trying. But it's just not enough. This is Atletico's map. We said it was Atletico's map last on Mirage, and Avant proved us wrong. Now Atletico are claiming their place and saying, nah, this is for us.
Yeah, it's been a little bit crazy so far. Atletico now, they do move over to the CT side. It's a big rush coming through. There's 5 versus 3 over on the B side. Avant move on.
Dick Stacey picks up 1, but Inject and SK answer straight back with Sync Panic going down. Dick Stacey finds another, looking for 3, but he can't quite pick up the frag as of yet. Noisier finds Dexter, and Flix will trade Inject. Picking up Dick Stacey. We're left to Inject and Decibel against Flix, and Flix, as he pushes out and around from main, Avant Gaming will pick up their second. So we've hit that 14-2. Atletico, 2 more rounds, and this is a bit of deja vu.
Well, Atletico would need to pick up the next 2 to make it the same, 16-2, but...
But?
It's on... Well, they forced. They've got stuff it. Let's force. They
buy hard into the pistols. Why not?
Atletico actually did this after they won their T side on... Well, after they won the CT side on Mirage, the previous one. And then they lost a couple more, and it sort of spiraled out of control. This isn't the stage where it was on Mirage.
I mean, round score drastically different by comparison.
Just a touch. but Atletico, they do like this method. It didn't work over on Mirage, but right now let's see just sort of how much we can damage them.
Inject was so scary throwing that that decoy. just lands right in front of the door and it's pop, pop.
Pop, pop, pop.
14-2 round score, ladies and gentlemen. Avant winning the first in this half, and they're looking to push that to maybe grab a third. If they can jag a third, we might see them maybe go for a fourth. And if they grab a fourth, then Atletico will try and run away and make it 16-4 at the greatest.
Within the rifle round. Currently Avant, they do have AKs and UMPs. Steagle's 5-7 on the side of Atletico. They're all tagged up. They've all taken a little bit of damage. No one's 100%. And moving on to the site, Cruden takes down Texter. Good start for Avant. As SK now picks up Panic. The site is theirs. Bomb goes down. And Avant, they're looking like their third round is in the bag.
They are looking like that. Flix and Dick Stacey left up 2v5, and I don't think they're going to be able to pull this out with Deagles in hand, as much as that would be epic. It just doesn't seem realistic here.
No. But Avant are on the hunt. Atletico sitting as far away from the B site, the longest rotate possible, and they're going to get closed in on. Look at this.
You ready? You know what's great theme music for this? Dun-um.
Yep.
Flix picks up 1. Dick Stacey finds another. But it will be... Oh, my Lord, Flix! Wow! Okay, picks up the AK and finishes off the round strong. Avant pick up their third, but damn, Flix got some frags. Moving up to 16-8 in the KD, matching Dick Stacey with the same.
Well, he's stolen away an AK. He's at least upgraded his Deagle to that. And there we go, we're waiting for Carnage. 4 players were converging on the 2. More damage done by Atletico. SK started off well. Avant, they're looking to come away with their third round here of the half. Go up to 4 as they do. Brilliant push by them. Now, likely see the buy round here.
There it goes. Dick Stacey on the M4. Texter and Flicks following suit. With Panic and Sync yet to decide. Panic will, as he buys that armor, gets an M4. It's all M4s. M4A4s all round. Everybody gets one. Except for Avant-Garde. We see Dezebel on the Mac 10 still. And Noisy with the UMP not upgrading.
I don't mind this either.
No.
The Flicks is flashed out, but they're going to move through mid. Onto Danger. Sync gets traded out. It's a 4 versus 4. Inject tagged up low though.
And we see, here comes the push. The site already claimed by Avant. And it's going to be Atletico needing to retake. Some good start here by Flicks, picking up Inject. Coming from both sides now is Atletico. And Noisy picking up Dick Stacey, looks for a second, jumps around. And Texter will find Noisy. SK pushing up the hill here. Has advantage, finds one. Drops down, and we'll find Panic as well as Cruden gets Flicks. And Avant manage a 5th. They could push this to a 6th, Tibor.
They took advantage of the CTs heavily stacking towards B there and took the A site. They were 3 versus 4 once the bomb had gone down, but they had positioning. They could hold the retake,
yeah,
and did so ever so well.
Yeah.
Now I'd kind of like them to just go B, considering they did work the A so well. So there's not going to be 4 there. It's only 3-2 stack.
Yep.
But SK still picks one up on the B side with only 2 moving over there.
And that'll be Texter down as well. And honestly, look, any pick coming through for Avant here is a good one. Sync will find Noisier, and Dezebel will trade it back. Flick's now pushing down the stairs. And we're left with a 4v3 Atletico on the 3. And Dezebel finds Flicks as well for 2 this round. SK on Panic, and it's left with Dick Stacey, who's playing in the drop room. And Avant will push around onto A site. The site is theirs. I don't think Dick Stacey will be able to pull off a 1v4 here. Maybe picking up Dezebel. It's an easy tap. Maybe picking up SK if he plays it right. But with Inject and Cruden both on 100 HP with AKs, this is a tough ask.
It's a ridiculously tough ask. He's not even going to ask himself of it. 14-5. Now Atletico taking their mini tactical pause.
Yeah, that's right. Using their time wisely.
Could we see some kind of insane reversal flip here?
No.
No?
No.
No, just
I'm gonna be honest with this one. No. Avant will pick up a 6th here. Atletico, I don't feel that Avant has it in them this late in the game, this far down to claw it back. Again, happy to be proved wrong. They proved me wrong last map. But when we're on a buy round here, that's right, rifle round here, Avant is going to have, what's that, 5 rifle rounds before they really get pushed up against Atletico for the tie.
Well, they're going to have to be stuck on, like, they're at the 5 max loss bonus now.
Yes.
So you're basically getting buy, save, maybe with a few little
disparity coming through with frags versus remaining up.
But good push onto the B side so far. They've got 1 for none. Panic answers back onto Cruden. Panic gets a second and Inject onto Panic. 2 versus 2 now.
There it is.
Straight down, and that'll do the job.
Dick Stacey was going for the AWP from Panic. He pushed that Molotov a little early though, and Noisier will get the Afterlife end of round kill. But ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Atletico 15, that's match point for those of you unaware, against Avant Gaming's 6. Despite being Avant-Garde in the server, I promise you they want to be known as Avant Gaming. And we're coming in with rifles against rifles.
Certainly are, although it's a Scout and UMP onto Panic and Sync. Avant, AKs and the AWP. They haven't gone for that B push now. They didn't really try it as much in the rounds that they did win. Finally went to it and it just fell apart. Panic doing a lot of work. Getting 2 kills as well for his own.
Yeah. Panic being a massive influence on last. Let's see how he does in round number 22. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be it. Atletico could take this map away and split it here in this round. Avant now on a long road to the 9-round win equalizer for overtime.
Yeah, it's going to be a ridiculously huge effort on their T side, rotating around to try something at B. There's Dezabel. A long. SK picks up the first one. Panic peeks out. SK has been taken down. Panic flashed out, but he gets down the stairs to avoid still being hunted. Groot goes down. Dick Stacy picked him up, and then Noisia finally gets on the Panic. Dick Stacy, huge shot. He's picked up the 2 for the round. 3 versus 3. If Atletico can win this out, they take the map.
Dick Stacy, pivotal in his position here at the Rock. It's going to be the plant. No, Flicks picking up Dezabel and Sync on Inject. There it is. Flicks will finish us off with Noisia going down. And ladies and gentlemen, 16-6 is the map score. Atletico tying up these two maps at 1-1. And we've had the night of splits tonight.
We certainly have, in the same fashion. Kind of had an upset for the first two.
Yeah.
Well, for the first map of each series.
We did.
And then just a bit of a stomping.
It was a little bit gross to watch the second maps in each series. But that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us and watching those two series. They were phenomenal. And kudos to Sin and Avant for taking out some big map wins. My name is Judge. It's been T-Ball next to me all night. And we'll see you on Sunday.
Of our galaxy, 3 figures watch over us all, as suns are rising on a distant planet shores. They are watching and waiting, our ways are orchestrating. Celestial covering of humankind, perfectly hovering in space and time, a world better They are watching and waiting, always orchestrating. Beyond the reaches of mortality, 3 figures watch over